Varsity coach Alex Hodges, choreographer and coach Alicia Williamson, and stunt and tumbling coach Justin Ferguson. Former Siloam cheerleaders Ken Williamson and Montana Harrell also helped the coach this season. We would like to thank our athletic director, Jeff Williams, Design Council Administration, Assistant Superintendent Shane Patrick, and Superintendent Gary Williams for his support for our team. Also, a heartfelt thank you to our cheer parents for all your support. Tonight, we celebrate your victories one more time, and they will be presented with your state championship ring.
Megan, this is my very first time doing anything like this, so.
Should be pretty fun.
I've not done football before, so. And I'm barely efficient at basketball, so. And I basketball a lot better.
asked Jeff. I was like, "Hey, you got a need for him?" And I think he might do it.
Okay.
Some. So
Good.
you can open those, but it's going to be loud, boys. We want to pipe in the crowd noise.
I do not. No. I get enough of it in basketball, and it's distracting in basketball. We started out on the visitor side, though. That was really distracting because it didn't match. The live stream didn't match the reaction. We should have been excited, but we sat on the visitor side, so every time something bad would happen for Siloam, I was like, ah! I was like, no, this isn't right.
So I think that coaches show Tracy, my last. Hey, welcome to Inside the Den. I'm your host, Dennis Yoakum, and this is the head coach, Brandon Craig. And today we're going to start something new for us. This is a little adventure. We're going to start a coaches show each week, and we're just excited to talk about some high school football. So, Coach, you ready to go?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about the league, okay? You play in one of the toughest conferences in the state. What makes this conference so tough?
2 years ago, they realigned and put several very powerful football teams in our conference, starting with Pulaski Academy, who's played about everybody in the nation and has had a lot of success. And then Greenwood, who's been Greenwood for years. I think their state championship totals somewhere around 13. So they've got a great thing going down there. And then they also added Little Rock Christian, who brought in a bunch of great players. Their quarterback's headed to Auburn. So they've got some good players. And then the same old guys, Lake Hamilton, who's always strong, Russellville, Van Buren, Mountain Home, and ourselves. Yeah. And they added Greenbrier. Greenbrier came up. They're going to go back down next year, but they came up for 2 years, and they're a strong program as well.
Yeah, that's a loaded league. It seems like every year there's one or two of our conference teams in the finals. So which one of those guys may have a shot this year?
Well, since I've been here, it's been every year. I mean, we've always had one of our teams in the finals, which, last year we had two teams in the finals, and Pulaski ended up beating Greenwood. So it's one of those where I think either one of those teams could win it either year. I've seen Greenwood this summer. They've got a very talented team, and I expect them to probably win the whole thing.
Fantastic. So, hey, listen, you had a tough season last year, played a lot of underclassmen. Can you talk about the guys you got coming back that maybe have
1 or 2 years of varsity experience and will lead your team this year?
Yeah, it's actually been 2 really tough years. You know, we went 1-9 a couple years ago. We were very competitive. We lost a few games I thought we should have won, but the kids played hard and competed. Last year, when you put 12 sophomores on the field as starters and then you throw out another 7 that played throughout the game, you're not very competitive in this league, and we weren't. We gave up a ton of points. We didn't score very much. A lot of our scores were lopsided, and there was really nothing we could do about it. I mean, we just had to live with the fact that we're young and move on and hope that this year we'll be in a better shape, which, based on our camp and what I've seen, our kids are playing really fast, really hard. They have a lot better idea what it takes to play in this league, and those young guys are going to make some plays this year.
Awesome. So let's talk about that incoming sophomore class. That's another really good class coming in of sophomores. Are there any of those dudes that are going to step on the field and help you in varsity action, Friday night stuff? Talk about those guys.
Yeah, Francisco Suarez, he's a big lineman for us. He's going to slide in at right tackle. We've got a quarterback battle going on right now. Jonathan Hyde, he's been playing in there some, rotating with Dane, who's a junior. And then we have a running back that's a sophomore that's going to get some reps, Mason Short, on the offensive side. If you flip it over defensively, we don't have as many over there, but we have a few key players. Jack O'Brien, he's a sophomore, outstanding athlete. He's going to play some safety for us, rotate in. And then Cole Pittman, another kid that's shown a lot of heart and grit through our camp. He's going to rotate in and get some reps as well.
You mentioned summer stuff, so let's talk a little bit about your experienced guys and your young guys. How'd they compete this summer?
Really well. You know, we started in June. Give them a week off once school was out. Then we started in June. We came back, lifted, had a 7-on-7, ended up going to a camp that first week. That was an eye-opener for some of those young kids, but you know, they got the hang of it. You know, we got going through the summer. We did well at some other camps, and then we hosted our 7-on-7 tournament. We ended up in the semifinals, got beat by Bartlesville, who ended up playing in Greenwood in the championship, and Greenwood won. But for us to get that far and because the year before we only won 1 game in that tournament, to come in, win 5 games, get to the semifinals in our own tournament, it was awesome for us.
Great. So you're kind of laying the foundation. You've put the work in. So, you know, moving forward, getting into the playoffs, that would be a huge step forward for you this year. So what are some things that you kind of have to do in order to maybe get in the playoffs and host a game?
Yeah, my first 3 years we went to the playoffs, and we're on a 2-year playoff drought, so it feels like we haven't been there in a while. And, you know, for me, I know what it takes to get there, and I'm trying to convey that to the kids each week. You know, we've got to play each game 1 game at a time. We've got to focus on our opponent, make sure we dot our I's, cross our T's. Everybody knows what's going on. Get into those games, you got to limit turnovers. I mean, you can't turn the football over. You have to take care of the ball. You got to limit their explosive plays, which is, you know, it's tough in this league. But we got to do a great job of just keeping the ball in front of us, playing tough defense, offensively, consistently making first downs, scoring in the red zone, you know, capitalizing on times when we have a chance to make something happen. So
who else in the league are you battling with for that maybe host a game spot? Who's in that mix?
Well, I think that the state looks at our league and says there's 2 tiers. There's the upper tier, which is Little Rock Christian, Greenwood, Pulaski, and then there's Lake Hamilton, Van Buren, Russellville, Mountain Home, Greenbrier, and Siloam. And we're all fighting for those 3 and 4 spots, 4 and 5 spots, you know, so we really have to compete our butts off in those games and go out and give ourselves a chance to win.
Yeah, sounds like you've kind of looked at the road ahead and know what it's going to take there. Hey, there's been some changes on your staff, so let's talk about your staff, the new guys that you brought in, and maybe where they've been and what experiences they bring.
Well, it was a really good year. I mean, we lost some guys that I thought were good coaches, but I think I had a really good hiring season, if you want to call it that. We brought in Robert Henderson. He's coached at Texas. He's coached at the college level. He brings a ton of energy to our weight room and to our defense. He's our defensive line coach. The guy knows a lot about football, and he brings a presence that I trust. And it's, you know, it's awesome as a head coach to have someone on your staff that you can trust wholly with what you're doing. You know, brought in Tad Turner. Came over from Rogers Heritage. Been in Rogers for 11 years. There was no way I thought we were getting him. I ended up taking the plunge and coming over. He's done a great job for us. Another very outstanding man. Kids, I mean, there's no better role model for kids than Tad Turner. And then we brought in 2 guys that are from Siloam. Ryan Smith, he was the defense coordinator at Stillwell. And then John Madding, his wife's a cheer coach here in Siloam. He was coaching at Prairie Grove. We were able to bring him in. So we got 2 hometown guys, and it was really important for me to get those two hires as well, because I wanted somebody that wants to be in Siloam. You know, the hardest part for me as a head coach is when we lose coaches every year, because you lose that consistency. You talk to your kids about consistency, you talk about doing things all the time right, but when you're constantly losing coaches, it's hard to maintain that. And to have these guys and their commitment, I think it's going to be outstanding for our kids.
Great. I like to hear that. Hey, so let's shift gears a little bit, okay? Maybe talk about the stuff away from football. I know you're not a win-at-all-cost guy,
right?
Okay, and I love that about you. So let's talk about how important it is to you to teach these young men how to go out and serve their community and be the best men they can be on and off the field. Let's talk about that and how you develop that in your program.
Right, and I left a program and came here that was almost a win-at-all-cost type program, because we were battling for state championships every year, and it just got to the point where it felt like it became just about winning. And when I interviewed here, I told the people here I wanted to be in a community where I could compete, win football games, but also teach young men how to serve their community. And we have 4 cornerstones of our program. That's number 1 is relationships. Number 2 is academics. 3 is being competitive every day. We call it competition. And then the 4th aspect is service. And we actually each one of our players to do 12 hours of community service each year. It's not very many hours, but it's enough to keep them hooked out throughout the year. We work the Dogwood Festival. We work the grave sites for both the wreaths and the flags. We work at the Manna Center. And, I don't know if a lot of people know the Manna Center even exists, but it's a place where people can get help and get food and get products that they need for their home if they're struggling. We work at the Boys and Girls Club. We do the Fill the Bus campaign. We have great success with that every year. Every year we show up there, people love it. And then we work again with the Boys and Girls Club in the fall with youth football games. So even while we're in season, we're still doing things to reach out to our community.
Man, that's such an important piece to building a program, and a lot of guys that coach focus on the wins and that kind of stuff and the trophies and the championships. But what you're doing with those men in their lives, that's fantastic.
I don't want there to be any mistake. I still focus on wins.
I know.
And
We want to win, but we've got to develop men with character and get them out in our community. And so, kudos to you on that. Hey, listen, you guys have put in a ton of work, and I know you're going to be much improved, big picture this year. But let's shift gears now. Let's talk a little bit about Friday night's opponent. Let's talk about Rogers Heritage, okay? Right. So what do you see on film from Heritage?
Their 7A football program. They've got good coaches, good players, just like everybody else does. Got a really talented running back. Young man played for him last year. He's got a chance to, make plays on his own, is what I call it. He's a guy that can make his own play. And, I expect he's going to make a couple plays in the game, and we're going to have to overcome those. But, he's a big-time playmaker for them. A couple of receivers that are pretty dangerous. They're a little bit young in the offensive line, which we're hoping to be able to exploit. Defensively, they're 3-4. They'll move around. They'll shift their slide. They'll bring some pressure. So we've been working very hard at that through camp. So we've seen that for about 20 practices now. So, I feel like we're prepared and ready for it. The biggest key for me is the thing that you can't simulate and you never do live prior to the first game is special teams. So we've spent a ton of time working on special teams, our kicking game, making sure that our depth charts are updated, making sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be, because game one, it seems like there's always the special team issue. Last year we had a bunch of sophomores. We go over there, we lose 16-14. We had a punt return and we had a punt drop snap. So we gave them 2 points that way. But, we just have to settle in and play good, solid football. That's what it's going to boil down to, because they're a talented enough team to come over here and win, but we're not expecting that to happen. We're expecting to go out there and take it to them.
Okay. So what are we likely to see them try to do offensively, and then what are we going to see from their defense?
Offensively, they're gap scheme run, which means they're going to block down and pull some people, and it's usually what people used to refer to as the buck sweep. Mm-hmm. So they're going to try to get number 5 outside on the handoff. They will toss it to him occasionally, but mainly it's going to be a long handoff type situation. They're going to run power, just straight downhill power at you, and they're going to run some counter misdirection. That's their run game stuff. Passing game, it's a lot of quicks, a lot of pops, a lot of screen type action. Mm-hmm. They'll try to fool you with some formations. You're going to see some razzle-dazzle stuff. They're going to split some people out and get in some odd formations and things like that. So there'll be some surprises. We feel like we've covered a lot of them. I'm sure there's going to be one or two they get us with, but we've done a good job, I think, preparing for them. Defensively, like I said, they're just 3-4 team that's going to slide around blitz. They're going to play some coverage games. They'll roll a little bit, do some too high stuff, but overall, it's nothing that we haven't seen all summer. We've seen about everything.
Right. So you mentioned that they have a couple of playmakers on offense. Who are their guys on defense that might cause some trouble?
They've got a couple of walk-up outside linebackers that are pretty solid. And then I think it's number 8. I'm struggling with numbers right now. Number 8 is their inside linebacker that he made a lot of plays on film for them. A couple kids in the secondary, safeties that are all right. Number 10 is their best defensive back. He's the corner. So it's a group of guys that they're still finding their way as well. So they're going to have to go at a pretty fast tempo with us, and hopefully we can wear them down.
So you mentioned the buck sweep and the power and the counter. I watched a little film on them, and it looks like they like to get that ball out on the edge to their playmakers.
Absolutely.
So what are the challenges when you have a really good playmaker in the backfield and they try to get the ball out on the edge? What's the biggest challenge defensively when you're facing that kind of offensive attack?
Most people don't know this. The biggest challenge in the week is getting your scout team to give you a look, because you're not going to see that game speed until Friday night. So getting prepared for that game speed is the hardest thing. Once you settle in after the first quarter or so and everything slows down, you're able to play. But, just getting that outside linebacker of ours to set the edge, make sure that ball doesn't get outside, getting our linebackers inside to make the correct fits. D-line, they got to spill, get where they're supposed to. But, it's football is a team game. One guy can mess up, it can cause problems for everybody.
Right. So, you mentioned the defense having a big challenge there. So what improvements are we likely to see from the benefit game last week to this week, and how have they looked in practice this week?
Well, last week we played a lot of kids. We played a lot of kids. We were seeing who could be a playmaker and who couldn't, and we found some that couldn't, unfortunately, and we found some that could. So more consistent coverage schemes. I don't think you'll see a lot of busted coverages this week. I think you'll see kids that are settled in and playing strong coverage techniques. Linebackers, again, we played a few kids last week, hoping to see if they could make plays, but they didn't. So we had to move on and go to the next guy, and hopefully you'll see better fits and things like that this week.
Okay, great deal. Offensively, we want to score points. We want to get the ball moving up and down the field. And I thought last week in the benefit game, I thought we had some really nice drives. So what are we going to do from an offensive standpoint, kind of to put a little pressure on them?
Well, we're going to tempo them, number one. Number two, when we do get in the red zone, we're going to have a little bit more stuff on our plate this week. We didn't want to show everything last week just to win a benefit game. So we'll have a few more wrinkles down in the red zone this week to try to help us get the ball in the end zone. But, we had a couple of things we just didn't recognize that would have put the ball in the end zone last week. So hopefully our film study and everything we did preparing this week will get us in a better spot to score.
All right. Sounds great. Hey, trenches. Let's talk about the trenches. Those guys up front on both sides of the ball, that's really where the battle's going to be. How does our O-line stack up to their D-line and their D-front? So
yeah, I feel like it's a really good matchup. Brock Gold, our center, 3-year starter, strong, really good lineman. Noah Race, same thing, 3-year starter, left tackle, done a great job. Francisco, young guy, but he's got great skills, works hard, strong. And then we've got 2 guys at guards that are both very smart, very quick, that have really gotten better since the spring. There's no way around it. They've just improved dramatically. Drew Claiborne and John Hargett. So we're really excited to have those 2 get after it. And I feel like it's a good matchup for us. I feel like we're going to be in good shape, and I really, truly expect to dominate the line of scrimmage offensively.
Okay, that's right. That's a good deal. All right, hey, let's take a minute to recognize who played well at the benefit game. I'd like to start maybe each week we put a spotlight on the position group maybe that played the best or competed the best the week before. So, Coach Craig, which position group competed the best and earned that Panther spotlight this week?
I think running back Jed Derwin. I really do. Okay. I think his veteran experience, he saw some things that a lot of guys won't see, even when we missed blocks. We had 157 yards rushing and a half, so a lot of that came from him. And, there was good offensive line play. There wasn't great offensive line play. I would say offensive line, but we missed a few things that we should have hit. So Jed made some plays by himself last week, and I was really proud of the way he played.
All right, Jed Derwin, fantastic. Spotlight of the week, Panther Spotlight. All right, it's almost game time, so let's end the segment with a little segment I call Finish My Sentence. Are you ready for this?
I think so.
Okay, so my coaching staff drives me crazy when?
They don't switch the laundry.
It's all about the laundry.
It's all about the laundry. We do tons of laundry. I mean, people have no idea.
Okay, so what about this week? It's been hotter than?
It's been hotter than a $2 pistol, as my grandfather would say.
All right, I think I've heard that a time or two. And then last one, the Panthers take a huge step forward tonight
if we play well and execute. I think the biggest thing, and it's kind of our motto this year, is we're going to play every play, every game. Play every play, every game, and that's just about competing, for us and coming in with the right mindset.
All right, fantastic. Coach Craig, I have enjoyed this.
Yeah, thanks, man.
This is a new adventure for us, and I'm really excited to be a part of it. And we've got Rogers Heritage this week, so come out and support your Siloam Springs Panthers.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers.
Greetings and good afternoon from Arvest Field at Panther Stadium. Alongside Dennis Yoakum, I'm Jason Carter. Let us be the first to welcome you to the 2023 Panther football season. As most of you know, and some of you are just now finding out, the game has been moved back an hour tonight because of heat, and it looks like that has been the case. The sun is setting here in Panther Stadium, and we're ready for some football. Dennis, let's get some keys to the game. I know we had the scrimmage last week against Southside, Fort Smith Southside. We got some takeaways from it, but really it's hard to tell in a scrimmage exactly what we need to do. But what are you looking for tonight?
Hey, we've got to do a couple of things offensively. We got to take care of the football. That's first and foremost. And then on the offensive line, we got to be the most physical team, and we got to control that line of scrimmage. When I talked to Coach Craig yesterday, he really thought that was going to be a good matchup for us, the offensive line versus their front. And then defensively, what we really need to do is limit their explosive plays. They've got a pretty explosive tailback, and we've got to limit him, and then we got to set that edge because they like to run some of that buck sweep action and then the bubble screens. So if we do those things, I like our chances at the end of the night.
Yeah, keep the playmakers contained for them. That was something that we saw against Southside that Siloam had trouble at times doing, but I'm sure they've been working on that the last week and a half. And
right.
And
I think part of that in a benefit game, you throw kids out there to see how they respond to the high school game, the speed of the game. And I think talking to Coach Craig this week, he felt like he found some guys that are ready and some guys that won't be quite ready just yet.
Yeah,
so
well, man, I'm excited. I hope you all are too. We're going to be with you for the next couple of hours, enjoying some Panther football. Looks like Heritage is going to receive the opening kickoff. So Panthers are going to be on defense first. Looks like Heritage is going to be moving left to right. Siloam Springs getting ready to kick off, and the 2023 season is about to get underway.
Looks like they've got Brian Castro back deep.
And the season has officially started. Up back catches the ball. He's trying to reverse field.
There's a flag.
Yep. Looks like this one's probably going to be coming back. There's another flag for a block in the back. The referee was trying to get the ball out of get the flag out of his pocket. But multiple flags on this.
Yeah.
All indication is this is going to come back.
Absolutely. I think this will come back. The first flag was about the 21, so this is going to end up inside the 10, about the 10.
You know, and you wonder about the coverage on that. It looked like Siloam was in pretty good spot, and if it wasn't for a couple of penalties, they'd probably make that play. But you certainly don't, we saw that with Southside where they went over the top on the first play and big plays. So one of your keys to the game, to limit the big plays, right?
Yep.
So check on the first play that Siloam Springs eliminated the big play.
They've got a hold there.
Okay.
I saw a block in the back, but it looks like they moved the flag to the 26. So
Okay.
little help.
Yeah.
I think they're going to start about the 16-yard line.
Well, it's first snap for the referees as well, so we'll give them a break on that one. But that's the one. That's they've earned it. Yeah, there was a block in the back over here towards the 30 near the Our Best logo. But that one's going to be picked up, and they're going to take the first. Okay. See what Heritage is going to come out. Heritage is going to come out in a looks like shotgun. Tailback's offset.
Got to set that edge.
Yeah. There's that bubble screen that we're talking about. Get off that.
That's
There's
good
another
play.
hold as well.
Good play.
Great play
Good
there. Eli Hargett with the tackle. Great play. Got held, still made the play on that. Read it the whole way. That certainly looked like something that Siloam's seen on film this week. Eli played that perfectly.
Absolutely. Coach Craig and those guys have been working on that very play. They knew that it was one of their staples, and Eli did a great job right there.
I didn't catch who the reception was on there. We're going to maybe number 1 for Heritage. Michael Hester, that's going to move Heritage back up. Looks like they're at the 8-yard line now. They're at their own 8. Still going to be first down, first and about 9, looks like.
Yep, there's
Is
that
there a
little reverse.
Yep, and they got the edge.
They have got it. We've got to make up some ground here. Oh, that's a heck of a chase down there.
Yep. That's number 1 for Heritage, Michael Hester, with the reverse end around, caught Siloam chasing the ball on that. Did not see who made the tackle over there. But you're right, Dennis, that was great pursuit. Heritage quickly to the line again. Shotgun offset. Give up the middle. Looks like about 4, maybe 5.
Yeah. So
Yeah, 5.
talking to Coach Craig, he worried about number 5 getting that buck sweep and the bubble screens, and then they hit you with that power.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to stay disciplined on defense to tackle those guys.
So they're running in looks like a 6 wide right here with double offset. Here's that bubble screen again. It's dropped.
It's behind the line. That's a live ball.
Yeah, that's a live ball. Absolutely.
Nice job.
Yep. So that looks like about a 10-yard loss.
On that, now they're calling it incomplete.
Ooh.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That was behind. It was a backward pass.
I would tend to agree with you on that one, Dennis.
You know, when I talked to Coach Smith earlier in the week, he mentioned that when they did a bunch set like that on both sides, they were trying to do a double pass. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that formation again later in the game.
Yes. So he didn't catch it because he was getting ready to throw it.
Yep.
Just got to watch it in. Double wide receiver to the near side. Looks like yeah.
Little pre-snap penalty. It's going to make this close to third down and 10.
Yeah.
That helps.
It sure does.
It helps. Now, you know, when you got a lot of young kids playing, we can't be over aggressive here like we were after that first play. We got to stay at home. We got to read our keys. We got to make sure we get the ball carrier on the ground here.
Right. Yeah.
Limit those big plays.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see what Heritage dials up here. They've been good with the misdirection so far, but they've looked a little out of sync on offense too. They've had some penalties and also some miscues on offense.
Little screen action.
They're
Nope,
going deep. Yeah, that's overthrown.
Pretty nice coverage
Yep.
there by our D-back.
Yep.
Running stride for stride. There really wasn't any separation.
No, I didn't. I couldn't tell who the defensive back, but he sure recovered quickly over there on that side.
Fourth and about 10.
Heritage in the punt formation. nobody back for Siloam to recover. It takes a Heritage bounce all the way down to about the 17-yard line. That's where the Panthers are going to take over for their first offensive possession of the 2023 season.
I think they've already pulled my mic.
Yeah, you didn't make it very long. If I'm not sure if you all can hear me, but Dennis's mic is out of commission. We think it may have been on purpose. They've already pulled him. We're 2.5 minutes into the game, and nope. Legal procedure against Siloam Springs. So Siloam Springs is going to start inside the 15-yard line now. .938 left in the first quarter. Siloam Springs in the shotgun. Gives to Derwin. It looks like Derwin's got about 4 of the 5 back. So it's going to be second down and about 11.
Looks like Dane Marlette getting the start.
Yep, junior. Getting the start tonight. We'll definitely see 2 quarterbacks tonight. Siloam Springs is still working both guys, different skill sets, both very capable quarterbacks. Looks like the blitz. Heritage bringing the blitz. Oh, good call against the blitz. He's going over the top for Mikey McKinley, and he just in and out of the hands of Mikey.
That ball was put on the money.
That was a great throw there by Dane. Yeah.
Megan, am I still off?
And
Can you hear me?
it's a good call on 2nd and 11. Had him there. That's one of those big plays you could dial up for Siloam Springs there.
Hey, Dane Marlette, having a birthday today.
Hey, happy birthday, Dane. We got a timeout, Siloam Springs. Our first timeout, and we're going to take that timeout with them.
Here on defense right off the bat.
Okay, so now we're back to Heritage has the ball in Panther territory. Panther 43-yard line. 1st and 10. Heritage comes out in shotgun. We assume that they're going to be in shotgun all night. I don't know a whole lot about Heritage, but it's pretty typical for high school teams to be in shotgun. Heritage had some miscues on offense, some self-inflicted penalties. Oh, good hit.
Pressure. Nice job.
I can't tell. I believe that may be Gio Flores coming off the edge. Yeah, Gio Flores coming in, get the hit on the quarterback. Doesn't get the sack, but essentially he does the job of that ball falls incomplete.
Great job of having his eyes up and making sure he hit the quarterback and got a little pressure on him.
Yes. Yeah, so many times you see that quarterback kind of juke and get away from that, but Gio in good pursuit, took a good angle.
Hey, their back is pretty explosive here. I wouldn't be surprised to.
High snap, gives up the middle, great stuff. No gain on that play. Maybe lost an inch or two.
Nice job up front, our
Yes.
D-line there. Just kind of controlled the line of scrimmage there. It's going to be 3rd and 10 here. Need a big play here, boys.
Heritage in the shotgun again. Snap, hand off to the edge.
Is that buck action?
Yeah,
Yep,
got
on the ground.
got about 6, maybe 5 yards on that. Gonna be 4th down and 5. Curious to see what Heritage does here. It's kind of a no man's land. It doesn't kill them if they're gonna go for it. There's no hesitation here.
Yeah, I think with our inability to move the football on the first drive, they're going to go for it here and see if they can get a first down.
All right, what are you calling here, Dennis? If you're Heritage, what are you?
They're going to get it to their best player, which is number 5, either a little screen action here or some sort of buck.
Yep, you're right. Give us a little sweep, and
Yeah,
Siloam
good job.
stuffed it. Lost
Nice
2
job.
yards on that play.
Nice job. You know, sometimes coaches make it really complex, but when it's 4th and 5.5, 6, your best player is going to get it. And I think Coach Craig and the defensive side, Coach Johnson, they smelled that out
Yep.
pretty easily.
All right, so Siloam takes over now at their own 41-yard line. Best field position they've had all season.
You know, call me crazy here, but I wouldn't be shocked to see us establish the run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think
I think Derwin might
23 might get a couple carries here?
I think Derwin might get a couple of touches at the start of this drive here.
Okay.
I don't know. The white hat came over and had something to say to Coach Craig. I'm not sure what that was about, but it looks like the play clock is stuck at 25.
Okay, Jonathan Hyde is in at quarterback now, so we've seen our first quarterback change, and this is probably how it's going to go most of the night unless one of them really establishes a hot hand. Derwin with the carry loss of about 3. I think Heritage was listening in on the idea there. But,
yeah, I think one of our young sophomores that's going to get a lot of action maybe missed a block there.
Yeah. Okay, Hyde throws it to Cameron Stafford. He's going to get about 1 back, and then a flag comes in at the end. We'll see what that flag is for. It almost has to be on Heritage where it's thrown. Probably a face mask or I don't know. Doesn't look like there was a late hit anywhere.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Okay.
Nice call. Nice call.
It almost had to be something like that with where it was thrown.
That'll be 15 free ones. Now, okay, both first plays of the drive, we went backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got to get positive yards here, Jason. We need them. We need them.
You run some kind of a screen or something like that to get the rush to maybe think a minute or –
That's a good read
good
right
read,
there.
yep.
Nice job.
Hyde gets about 4-3. We'll call it 3 and a third. We got a Heritage player down. So we're going to –
Yeah, you hate to see that.
oh, man.
Hate to see that.
Early in the season, it's a part of football, but these kids worked all summer to get out here and earn this right to play on this field. And you hate to see him. Hopefully that's just a little sprain or strain or bump. And
Hope it's not too serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably got rolled up on, but
Yep.
man, those linemen, they don't get enough credit. They deal with that all the time.
Yeah, they're doing their job and getting a good block, and then somebody runs up the back of their legs, and not much they can do about it. Siloam's going to be faced with a 2nd and 7. As you said, Hyde's in the game, made a good read on that to use Jed as a decoy on that. Because we know Heritage knows who number 23 is. They know where he's at.
Yeah.
And so
I think talking to Coach Craig, he mentioned that we had 157 yards in the first half of the benefit game against Southside, and I guarantee you that Heritage has watched that film and they know they're keying on Jed Derwin.
right.
So that was a pretty good read there by a sophomore quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're going to need a lot of those.
Yep. 69.
Yep. That looks like
Manuel Cruz.
Yeah.
Manuel Cruz.
for Heritage. He's getting help off the field right now, and
Hope that
said-
young man. Hope he heals soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope to see him back on the field real soon. All right, so as play resumes, 3rd and 7.
Second and 7. Yep.
Excuse me.
Yep.
2nd
That's
and
all right.
7 from the Heritage 48-yard line. Nope, 44-yard line.
Hey, we're on their side of the field.
That's right.
It's all
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah. First time this season.
It's all good. I believe their lineman may have been all over the ball there a little bit. Hyde makes a good read.
Yep.
Get upfield, turn upfield.
There we
Good.
go.
Nice job.
Yep, good job. Again, using Jed as the decoy, just running him out wide. Looked like, maybe some kind of little bubble screen pass to him, and Hyde makes a great read and takes that ball, ran about 13 yards on that play. Panthers have the ball at the Heritage 32-yard line. Up to the line quick. Goes the snap. Little screen
Nice,
pass to Mikey
nice.
McKinley.
This has got
Yep, Mikey's got a little room to run. He's going to pick up about 9 on
Nice
first
job.
down. Man, Dennis, that's exactly where you want to be on 2nd down if you're the Panthers. Now you got
Absolutely.
every option. You can throw one in the end zone right now. You can give it to Jed and get the 1. Hyde can keep it himself. And going quick again. I like the pace. There's Jed.
Oh, yeah,
Jed's
that's
got a
what
hole.
happens. That's what happens.
They're not going to tackle him high.
Yeah.
Jed goes for about 18 yards on that, down to the
eight.
Heritage 8-yard line. Panthers going even faster now. Like the pace. Hyde's going to keep it. Oh, he's got a lane, and he's in.
Yeah,
Touchdown.
Nice job.
Great
I'll tell
run.
you what.
Great run.
I'll
Great
tell you
read.
what, once you get some positive yards and you get those play, you can go tempo, and that's what Coach Craig wants to do. Is he wants to go a little tempo at them and put pressure on them. And yesterday in the coaches show, he mentioned that the biggest thing he had to do to put pressure on them was go tempo, and that needs positive yards on first down. So
That was fun to watch. How fast, Siloam was getting back to the ball and snapping the ball, and Heritage was still lining up. That was great play calling right there, and great navigating of an offense from a sophomore getting his first varsity action ever. Hyde on his first drive looked like a seasoned veteran there. Made some great reads and got Siloam into the end zone.
yeah, I think Coach Craig is committed to playing 2 quarterbacks until one of them decides he's going to take the job, and whichever one that may be, that awesome. Had a high snap
Yeah.
there. Marlatt did the best he could, give a chance there.
Yeah, you almost think there's somebody that's supposed to be rolling out there, in case of something like that happens, because Dane did not hesitate. I know it was a high snap, but it almost looked like it was going to be a fake as fast as he got up and out of there. So Panthers 6-0, 5:41 in the first quarter.
That's I think that atones for the first drive.
Yes. Yep.
marching it down the field and getting and you got to remember, we stopped them on 4th down to get the ball back, and so that's a double whammy for them. They're hanging their heads a little bit more.
And our defense got a 3 and out, and they got a good rest there.
Yeah.
So, it's not just always. I mean, obviously, whoever scores the most points is who's going to win it, but you got to give your defense a little time to rest. And Siloam's got some good defenders. They're not especially deep, so that rest is very key for the Panther defense. Panthers going to kick to our left, deep to receive. Is that Cameron Schwartz, number 12 for Heritage? Oh, good kick into the end zone.
Nice job.
Yeah, that'll be coming back at the 25-yard line, and the Panther defense will take over there.
Sandoval had a great kick there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'll take that every time.
Absolutely.
Let's kick it in the end zone every time.
The only thing you worry about there is if you don't get it in the end zone, you're kicking a line drive that they've got a chance to return. So,
yep.
But yeah, I'm with you.
I think he's got the leg. Let's see if he can do it every time. I'd challenge him.
Spoken like a coach. All right, Panther defense. Well, Heritage has it at the 20-yard line. Excuse me. Shotgun formation, double wide receiver to the top of the formation. Siloam Springs showing blitz. Don't know if they're going to be in it, but they're creeping up to the line of scrimmage. Josiah Thompson's right over the line. It's a long throw out there, and, we got to get that tackle. Good tackle.
Nice job. Looks like Gio, I believe, made a pretty good tackle there.
Yeah. That saved a huge play and probably a score. Gio comes up a little bit. Looks like he got a little bit with his arm there. Hard to tell exactly. Number 4, Nathan Brocknall is going to come in and replace him. Gain of 20 for Heritage. Gain of 15, excuse me. First and 10 at the 35 of the Heritage. Great job. That's a 1-yard loss. Again, Siloam Springs doing a great job of getting to that edge and not letting Amir Dingle get that edge.
Yeah, Coach Craig really, really talked about how important it was to set that edge, and what a heck of a job. Hey, this tailback here, this running back for them is pretty explosive. He's got experience and he's got some quicks, and we're doing a good job.
Now they're going to split him out wide to the top of the formation, H-back, double receiver down at the bottom, and they're looking up top to him. That's ball's floated up there, and it falls incomplete. He made a great play on that ball. It's hard to tell from here if he would have been in bounds or not, but, man, that was a heck of an effort.
Yeah,
and again, 2 Panthers running with him.
Carlos Sandoval was step
Yeah.
for step. That was perfect positioning there. Nice job. Carlos is a junior.
So we got 3rd down and a short 11. Double receivers to both sides. Looks like more of a shotgun, but instead Dingle is dotting the I. Now he moves to offset right next to the quarterback, and he's going to run out. And a little screen pass, and Siloam Springs is all over it. Looks like ball's on the ground maybe. Nope.
Yeah,
Just 4th down.
I don't think he ever had it, but their
Either way, it's
passing
4th
game,
down.
you'll see some screen action. You'll see them take a shot every once in a while, and maybe a trick play. But primarily they're going to run that screen action. 4th and 11.
Siloam Springs has nobody back deep. They're playing punt safe. Oh. Yep, almost blocks. Takes another Heritage roll. Is going to fall dead about the 27-yard line of the Panthers. Panthers are going to take over there. Dane Marlatte's going to come back out and lead the Panthers on this scoring drive.
All right, Dane, birthday boy, let's get in the end zone here, buddy. What are we looking for on 1st down here, Jason?
Man, I think you set the tone again with the run. And if you're not going to run, I think you're going to use Jed as a decoy like they've been doing. Dane keeps it, gets what he can on it. But I like this tempo. I want to see them in that tempo some more. Yep, handoff to Jed right up the middle, and he's got a little bit of room, and Jed's going to carry about 4 Heritage Eagles with him. Gain of about 7.
Andrew Hargett, big number 70, leading the way right there next to Jed as they tackled him.
Man, again, staying in front of the sticks, Dennis, we're, 2nd and 3. This is right where we need to be. Man looks to pass, doesn't have anybody. He's going to run, and he's going to be dropped for a loss.
Yeah, second and 3, you wanted to take a look here to see if you could get your quick guy behind them. Dane's got to throw that ball away when he gets out of the pocket.
Yep.
3rd and 7 now.
Looks like Siloam's going to go 4 wide, 3 to the bottom, and the lone at the top is Cameron Stafford. He's got one-on-one. I think that's a matchup I'd take. It doesn't look like that's where they're going. Oh, screen to Stafford. He's
nice
got room.
Play. He's got blockers.
He's got room. He's going to have about
really
about
close to
17 yards.
Yep,
about 17 yards on it.
Nice
That's
pass
a first
there.
down. Great play. And, man, I tell you, love to see those blockers in that convoy out front too.
Yep.
Stafford just waiting on them patiently to pick up a guy and Siloam quickly to the line. First down, hand off to Jed right up the middle. He's got a little bit of a running room. And he's got about 10.
That guy falls forward every single time.
Yeah, I don't know about that spot. I thought, but anyway, Siloam going quick again. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Dennis.
This is turbo time. Craig likes to go fast here.
And it's been effective. Yep.
Yep.
And Heritage, looks like Heritage is going to call a timeout.
Yep.
Yeah, just to get a little bit of a breather. 2:15 left in the first quarter. And Heritage a little bit on the ropes here on the defensive side.
Yeah, I think our offensive line is starting to be more physical. You're starting to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're creating some holes. Jed's getting in those holes, and he's getting touched 4 or 5 yards downfield, and then he's taking 2 or 3 guys with him another 3 or 4 yards.
Right. If you've got Jed Derwin with a head of steam, that's a good thing for Panther football. And you're right. He was 4 yards before anybody even got a hand to him.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, we knew this. We knew opening up with 7A West football squad was going to be a challenge here, but so far we responded.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're playing well. We're starting to gain some confidence, I think.
Right. And one of your keys was offensive line play, and you nailed it. Offensive line starting to assert themselves here. So 2nd and 1. Dane keeps it. He's running out. Oh, got a throw. Nice throw to Gio.
Nice play.
Great play.
Man, Dane
held on to that as late as he could.
Dane, he stood in there and took it. He knew he was going to get popped and threw a perfect pass to Gio. Gio's man came off of him.
Oh, and now we got a flag here. Siloam Springs Panthers are clapping, so indication would be that it's going to be on Heritage, but Heritage is pointing at Siloam Springs, so we'll see here in just a second.
I'm pretty sure that D-back talked a little bit too much after he hit the quarterback, and he kept talking after he got over there on that side of the ball. We'll see what. Yep, unsportsmanlike on defense.
Okay. So now, as fast as you can go right now. You got Heritage kind of.
They're on their heels.
Yep. So you get as fast as you can. Right now, it's going to be 1st and 10. Is that correct? Yeah, I'm trying to check out the change. We got 1st and 1 at the. 1st and 1 at the 13-yard line. Don't see 1st and 1 very often.
That can't be right.
Yeah.
That cannot be right. It's
Okay.
1st and 10.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, like we said, Chain Gang, it's first night for them too.
Can we get their names? We'd like to call them out.
I'd like to give a shout out to them. And it's hot. They're over there watching the game from the sideline. Tough job over there.
Right.
Ball on the 11, 1st and 10. So we can get a first down without getting in the end zone. But, man, let's just
get in the end zone.
Let's just get in the end zone.
Marlette center, or in the shotgun, rather. Hand off to Derwin. He's got a little bit of a crease. Nice cut back. Oh, looks like the ball may have come out. Heritage is saying the ball came out and that they've got it. I know if
I don't see any official saying such.
Yep, that is Heritage ball. Oh, man. That was a great cutback there, but don't know exactly what happened, but somebody got a hand on the ball and punched it out, and Heritage recovered. Heritage saw that pretty quick. Their players were pointing the other direction, so.
That's a break for them. That's
Yeah.
a break for them. We had them on the ropes, and we're doing whatever we want to. Our defense has got to step up here and take the momentum back.
Absolutely. And our defense has done a good job. Key on number 5. They've done a good job so far. Don't let him get going.
Lots of pre-snap movement here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hand
Little
off.
buck
Yeah,
action.
they're going to. That's not terrible. That's a gain of 5, it looks like. But that, as you watch that play develop, it's pretty obvious what they're trying to do. They got all the blockers, and they're just trying to make a wall to get.
The thing you worry about, they shift a lot of guys to one side. You start leaning that way, and then they come back and get you.
Hit with a counter.
Yep.
Yep. They're going to sweep the other direction. Good hit right there. Got about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1. But, man, great downhill hit.
Under a minute to play in the first quarter. 3rd down and 1 here. I figured it wouldn't be long until they started establishing number 5.
Mm-hmm. It looked like a false start.
Yep, they had a little movement there.
Yep.
I think the Heritage coaches in a couple of booths over didn't like that miscue.
No, that's a bad spot to have one. That's for sure. You're just trying to get the ball out of the shadow of your own end zone, and you cost yourself 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now, which is a completely different play call.
Yep.
It looked like they were in some kind of a wildcat formation. They don't even have – they were going to just direct snap right there to Dingle.
They've been getting us trying to get us out on the edge here. I'm waiting for that power.
Yep.
Maybe a counter, like you said earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get the eyes looking at something else. Oh, got the first down.
That's enough to move the chains.
Yeah.
High hit there.
Yeah, it was.
Looks like maybe helmet to helmet, unintentionally,
Oh,
obviously. Unintentionally.
But it will move the chains. It got just enough. Looked like they needed 6, got about 8.
Looks like maybe the pump action, a little double move, got our D-back on his heels.
All right, so now I just need another stop right here. Give the offense some good field position. We're going to let this quarter run down, and that is the end of the first quarter.
Hey, not a bad first quarter for Panther football. Yeah. We've moved the football down the field a couple of times, got in the end zone once, had a mistake, had a turnover down there, but so far our defense has limited the big play.
Right. I think if you ask both coaches right now, they left some plays out there, hurt themselves a little bit here and there, but yeah, we'll certainly take the 6-0 lead, second quarter. Silent Springs football pitching a shutout early here in the 2023 season.
Hey, Jason, if I could, I want to take some time here. We're going to have the superintendent of schools, Mr. Jody Wiggins, on at halftime for an interview about the things that are going on here behind the high school. And so if you're interested in that dirt being moved, I think we're going to talk about that at halftime.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm curious to know how the baseball fields are coming along, and softball fields and tennis courts. That's pretty exciting for the student athletes here in Silent Springs High School.
Man, just what a fantastic commitment to the Siloam Springs community too. I mean, we've got great school system here. We've got great facilities, a lot of people involved in that process, and so can't wait to talk to him at halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. You all stick around for that.
Also had several other sports in action this week, mainly volleyball because of the heat. But we're going to talk. We're going to talk at halftime about the results that our volleyball programs have seen this past week, and I'll talk more about that at half.
Did you say it's been hot around here?
I think so.
Okay.
I think earlier before the game started, I saw two Hobbits throw a ring on the field.
Heritage with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Looks like a pass.
He's in trouble.
And he's
Little
going to
jump
throw
pass.
the middle. Oh, my goodness. What a break for the Heritage right there.
It was one of those.
Yeah, if you're going to throw that pass, throw it out of bounds. Yeah.
There was lots of hope on that play right there. So,
as I've been told many times, hope is not a strategy.
Hope is not a strategy.
All right, so we got 2nd and 10 from the Heritage from their own 18-yard line. Panther defense needs a stand here, get the ball back to their offense. The offense doesn't need to cool off too long over there. All right, we're seeing this double H-back and tight end switch sides and sweep again. Uh-oh, missed the tackle there.
We got to get him on the ground.
Yep.
Nice job.
Yep, just got him out of bounds. You know, one thing I noticed on that play, too, if that quarterback keeps that ball, there's nobody watching him. And that's
their coaches up here are probably also seeing that, Jason. But Carlos Sandoval did a great job of getting him on the ground. We've got to tackle that guy. I know he's tough, heck of a player. Amir Dingle, senior running back for them, and we got to get him on the ground.
Yeah, he goes for 29 yards right there, or 21 yards. 31 yards. Sorry, my math's. I mean, it's first game, first quarter.
Okay, a little counter action.
Yep.
Little counter action there.
They got him again, but he got 7 before they got to him. They're going to call it 6.
I think they would like to go a little tempo too. So you see, once a team gets some positive yards on offense, they start picking up the pace a little.
Yeah, Heritage back quickly to the line. You're right. Double wide up top. So can we stay home on this? A different running back. They gave Dingle a break, and number 1 is leveled. No gain.
Hey, so when I talked to Coach Craig, he mentioned that the quarterback is a pretty good athlete. He can make some plays. So if he decides to keep it, he's going to be able to do something with it around here.
Well, it looked like that time we had some spies out there on him too. That last play, and rightfully so. You got Heritage looks like they're going 6 wilds. That double bunch you're talking about.
Let's look for a trick play here.
Okay.
Look for a trick play. Oh, just a bubble.
You're not going to get it. They're going to be a yard short. You know, they went for it last time, but it was a different spot on the field. I'd be surprised if they don't go for it here. They just need 1 yard. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any hesitation here. Boy, this would be a big stand right here for the Panther defense again.
Dingle not on the field. It's an odd time for him to be taking a break.
Right.
He may be
nicked up a little bit. He kind of got rolled up on that last carry he had, but it didn't. Nothing looked too terribly wrong with it. Heritage gonna. Okay. Is this where they pull it here? Nope. He's got it. Yep. Looks like
Michael Hester with the first down around the edge. He's a junior.
Got about 10 yards. He's awfully quick.
Yep, he looks like he's got a few quicks to him.
Yep. So that's going to be a first down. Now in Panther territory, 34-yard line of the Panthers.
Need a play here on first down. It looks like Dingle's back on the field.
Okay.
Got to have a play on first down. Short gain, maybe stuff him at the line. We've got to get him on the ground. We got to tackle him.
They keep doing this motion, and you know they got to run something else off of it at some point. Good run by Dingle there. He breaks through, and the Panthers got him, but Man, he rips off another. Is that a flag on the field or is that? No, just a towel. Okay. There we go, and the Heritage is going fast. I couldn't even tell how far of a run that was. Looked like about 20. We're going to run behind him again, and he's stuffed again, but he's going to pick up 5.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to start feeding him. We've got to get – the first guy has got to get him slowed down or tackled on the ground. He's run through a couple of arm tackles here the last few.
Yeah, we're going to have to go low on him. He's going to come off for this play. Number 25 is going to replace him, it looks like. So we got 2nd and 5 at the Siloam 10. Heritage can get a first down at the 5-yard line. We just assume they not.
I need one of those mistakes from earlier.
Okay, handoff right up the middle. There's that. Wouldn't call that a power, but kind of that up the middle just to keep the defense honest.
Yeah, they're wanting you to follow that shift, and then lean toward that buck action or that sweep action, and then they get you right up the gut.
Looks like no gain, maybe a half yard.
It's a big play right here, Jason.
Third and 5. You figure it's 2-down territory for Heritage, so can you get the stop here? Heritage got the stop last time against the Panthers. Cut back lane 1. That's going to be a first down, so that's going to be 1st and goal at the Siloam 2. Siloam 3. Quick snap. Handoff again to number 1, and he is hit immediately.
42. George Leroy makes the tackle in the backfield.
Big
nice
play
job
for a senior, from your senior linebacker right there. It's like a loss of about 5.
That's a big play. Now let's follow it up here with sound tackling. Play clock's at 0. They're trying to reset it.
Nope. Okay, play clock is reset. Now it's running everybody's. We're going to get a play in here. We're going to run the clock. 7:09 left in the second quarter. Heritage knocking on the door. Heritage in the shotgun. It's a different shift than what they've. H-back did not go, just the tight end. Going to be right up the middle, and no play.
They called timeout. Coaches saw a little indecision on some players weren't in the right spot. He called timeout. That's a pretty good call there.
Right.
Pretty good call.
So Heritage looks. Is that their first timeout? Yeah. So. Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
Looks like, Heritage, since we put the football on the turf, it looks like that, they've had the momentum.
Well, we haven't had the ball back. They've driven this ball 90 yards.
Yeah. Gave them a little life.
Yeah.
Speaking of turf, what do you notice about the new turf?
Oh, I like it. I like the different colors. I especially like that Arvest logo they've got out there.
Yeah,
that's
fantastic. Nice. They did a great job.
Yes.
This turf is fantastic. I can tell you that right now.
I got to walk across it just coming up here to the booth, and man, I felt athletic on that. That takes a lot of
Listen,
that takes a lot.
I mean, it's great turf, but it's not miracle turf.
But yeah.
I love it. No, we've had a great group of sponsors here help with this, this program and help with all of our athletic programs, and so we want to thank them. But this field's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
I'm just glad we didn't go with a color besides green.
Yeah,
I do.
You don't like the blue turf at Boise or the purple turf at UCA? You don't like that?
No, it takes about a half to get your eyes adjusted to what's going on out there. It looks like they're all ice skating.
Okay. That was filler, folks.
Yeah.
6:44 left in the second quarter. 2nd and 7.
Panthers need a stop here. Heritage got their stop on the last drive. Panthers need to equal that. Heritage in the shotgun. There's that shift they like.
Oh, yep.
Right up the middle, and the Panthers are ready for it. Got about 3, looks like. It's going to be 3rd and goal at about the 4-yard line.
They brought those shift guys back right up the gut, and they kind of created a crowd. They kind of made it crowded in there.
Yeah. It didn't allow Dingle to get ahead of steam.
Pretty good crowd tonight. Lots of Panther fans excited. I know Coach Craig's excited for the new year. Kids have worked hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see the crowd come out and support them.
Absolutely. We got a flag and delay of game.
That was one of those miscues I was asking for earlier.
You got it.
Hey, ask and you shall receive.
That's right. Well, now you just got to make the stop.
3rd and 9. 3rd and goal from the 9.
Do not let them off the hook here. That's gives to Dingle up the middle. There's nothing there for him. Maybe 2 yards.
Yep.
4th down. Big play here.
Goal to go from about the 7. 4th and goal. Again, you give it to your best player in those situations, and it looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit on here.
Just try to get some points.
Yep.
Well, if they do indeed kick this field goal, then you call that a win. The Siloam Springs defense, they gave up 90 yards on the drive, but they did not give up the touchdown on a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
Seems like there's been 10 plays inside the 10, and here we are holding them on 4th down.
Right. Kick is up, and looks like it is good. So Heritage on the board, 6-3 here in this baseball score.
Yeah, cut the lead in half. So our defense held there. That's exactly what you ask them to do. They get inside the 10, they bow up, and they keep them out of the end zone. Great job there. Now we got to get the offense out there and move the ball down the field. And it's probably been 30 minutes of real time since Hyde went out on the field. Let's see if they're going to keep alternating quarterbacks here. But I would suspect Hyde's going to get this series here. It's been 30 or 40 minutes since he was out there, so we'll see if we run a couple plays and get his juices going again.
Yeah, it would be nice to get a score here. Siloam Springs gets the ball to start the second half.
We got Mikey McKinley back deep. Who are the up men? Jason?
Trying to see. Gio Flores is on this side, and I'm trying to get a number. I think it may be Mottsinger.
Quentin Mottsinger.
Yeah, Quentin Mottsinger is on the far side.
Mottsinger is a senior. Gio is a junior. Mikey McKinley is a junior. Again, hey, listen, we brought a lot of guys back that have some experience, but we're still young. I think I counted 30-plus kids in the 2 deep that are sophomores and juniors, so we've got a lot of youth on this field that are getting better every day.
A little pooch kick. Just get on that.
Covered.
Good job. Who covers that one?
Is that Jack No, that's 28.
28 is
Jack O'Brien.
Yeah, Jack O'Brien.
That's a number change from last week. It looked like Jack's body, but then
yeah, right.
I saw the number. I thought,
so
Jack is a sophomore, one of the talented sophomores that you'll see.
That's going to give Siloam Springs the ball at their own 36. So pretty good field position. You're right. Hyde's coming in to lead the offense on this possession. You got Cameron Stafford to the near side, double receivers with Mottsinger and Mikey McKinley at top. Reset the play clock.
Yeah. It's a first game for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hyde's in the shotgun. Stewart's in motion. Hyde takes the pitch. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, look at this. This has got potential. Mikey got to make a guy miss.
Wow. Just like you draw it up.
You think that was in the practice plan this week? Bobble it a couple times and then
Fake
pitch
the
it?
handoff to the running back and then pitch it to Mikey on the sweep, on the reverse. Yeah, I mean.
Nice job. He got about 15 there.
Yeah. I got a first down, and now we're into Heritage territory. So Siloam Springs not as quick on this one. Give to Jed. He's going to get about 4 on the spot. So we're going to be at 2nd and 6. Siloam Springs, we'll see how fast they go here, knowing, you got 4 minutes, and you're on the Heritage side of the field, so you don't want to go too fast to get them the ball back, but
you can be a little more deliberate here.
Yeah. Got a blitz coming from the corner spot. Jed hit in the backfield, but still gets 2 yards on the play.
Oh, they gave him an extra one. Hey.
Okay, got 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be 3rd and 4 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be disheartening. That linebacker had a running head start, hit him in the backfield, and he still gets 3.
Yeah. So 3rd and manageable here. Same formation Siloam Springs has been in, pretty much the same formation all night. Stafford's the lone receiver on the near side. McKinley and Mottsinger. Keeper by
nice
Hyde
read.
And great read. Oh, it's going to come back more than likely, though.
I did not see it.
I didn't either.
I'll be honest with you.
Well, there's not much else that can be in that spot.
Yeah, it's coming back.
But great call by
somebody in the booth
read.
saw that and
radio down.
He called it down to Craig. I guarantee you they saw that, and tough break there. But you know what? We've made first downs with longer yards to go already tonight. So hey,
let's do that bobble reverse again.
Yeah.
That was 15. That's about all we need right here. It's going to be third and we'll call it 13. Hyde in the shotgun. 4 wide receiver.
I'm going to take a shot.
Looks like a false start. Oh, we're going to get a little deeper now.
Yep, you got you got a good drive going. You make a couple of mistakes in a row, and that really puts you behind the chains. And it's tough to overcome that sometimes mentally when you're a young football team. Step up here, fellas. Make a play.
We've got trips wide now down here to the near side, and Mikey McKinley. Oh, goodness.
Throw it out of bounds.
Yep.
That's all right. We'll punt it.
Well,
got an experienced offensive line there. You got an experienced center. Just had a high snap there. Hyde wasn't able to pull it in.
It's going to be 4th and Van Buren.
Yep.
Looks like Panthers in the punch straight up, short, toward the sideline. Going to be out, looks like around the 45-yard line of Heritage. So they're going to have good field position with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. So the defense is going to bow up a little bit here.
Yeah, he didn't hit that one.
Did not do them any favors.
He didn't hit that one good, and I think Coach Craig's letting him hear it a little bit.
I didn't see who the punter is.
That was Anthony Sandoval.
Okay.
Hey, listen, we have given them life right here at the end of the first half. Our defense has got to bow their neck up here and hold them. You know, we had 3 consecutive negative plays there from inside their field position, their half of the field, and then we shank a punt. We got to step up. One of the toughest things to do when you're a young team is to stop that negative momentum.
The quicksand. Snap. Handoffs to Dingle. They're going to run a reverse and a pass back to the quarterback. I mean, they didn't get much out of it. Siloam Springs was fooled on it. Oh, he did drop it.
Fantastic.
Okay.
He saw that linebacker staring him down. He was fixing to get smoked.
Siloam didn't read the play initially, but recovered well on that. Good play design. I don't think the quarterback got his head around in time for that receiver to be able to get rid of the ball. All right, 2nd and 10. Siloam Springs 45. Heritage in the shotgun. There's their shift. Handoff is going to go to Dingle. He's going to try to get the edge. Nice cutback by him and great tackle. Man, shoestring tackle. Got 4 on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 6 at the Siloam 41.
Clock's ticking here. 2:30 to go in the half. Need another play here, fellas.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 21 seconds. You figure it's 2 down territory again for Heritage. They're probably not going to punt this ball regardless of what happens here.
Oh,
so a false start.
There's movement. Nice tackle.
Okay.
Oh! What? Oh, we got 2 flags. The same guy threw 2. I don't know. He didn't like something.
I don't know where that was missed on the false start. There was about 4 Heritage players in motion at the snap. You just kind of hope he was trying to get the flag out of his pocket and couldn't get it out of there. That play should have never happened.
They got a legal shift.
Okay.
Against Heritage.
So they did call that.
And a face mask. Offsetting penalties here. We're going to replay 3rd and 6.
Well, the illegal shift should have negated the face mask because the play should have never happened. That's unfortunate. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 still.
Should have been a pre-snap penalty. That play shouldn't have happened. You're right.
Yep.
Craig's letting them know about it.
As he should. But you can't
Roll out. There's a quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback run. He's
athletic.
going to get the first down, it looks like. Well, they didn't give him a great spot, but I think he still got it.
Inside 2 minutes to go.
They're going to measure.
Coach is out there helping them spot it. I don't believe that's
Yeah.
I don't believe that's allowed.
Yeah.
High school athletics. They've got a yellow thing in their pocket they could throw and get him over there to the sideline, I think.
They sure were quick to get Craig back on the sideline. All right, we got something going on down here. Oh, shot clock again.
Shot clock. You're in basketball mode.
Yeah, I know.
That's all right.
That's my first one, though. It's not too bad. We got a direct snap. Oh, that's a hold.
Thank you.
That'll do it. And, man, great pursuit, too.
Pretty good lick on their quarterback.
It was, yeah.
You know, I wonder. I have not seen Dingle since he had that kind of awkward fall there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got tackled up by a shoestring. He hasn't been out there, and then their backup running back 1 is still standing on the sideline over there too.
Man.
Looks like when those 2 guys are on the sideline, the quarterback may be the option.
Yeah. Which, and he looks like he can run. He got the benefit of I don't know if he got the benefit. It probably, the lick he took at the end of that, probably, if it's not going to count, you sure don't want to take that.
Yep.
Okay. We got 1st and 25. No, 1st and 25. Screen pass. Siloam reads it well. Got to get him on the ground. They gain about 2 on that. So it's going to be, we're going to be 3rd down now, and what is that, 10, 18? Yeah.
Is it 3rd down, or we still at 2nd down?
I guess it's still 2nd down.
Yep.
They changed it awful quick. I looked at the down marker, and they'd already changed it, so.
I would expect a shot here to the end zone, or at least something.
Yeah, try to get a flag or something. Yeah, because
we're going to take a shot here. Inside a minute, I mean, This is now we're going to call timeout. We let
Okay.
about 15 seconds run off the clock.
Okay. Well, we'll accept that.
Hey, appreciate the help, guys.
Yeah, Heritage is going to have one timeout remaining.
Hey, so sometimes it's good to get stops, and sometimes it's good to get miscues by the other guy. And
Yeah.
so tonight we've
Yes.
had a little of both, and
Mhm.
that's helped us. Our defense is holding tough with only 3 points in the first half.
Yeah, it's been a great showing. But I've been impressed with how well they're getting to the ball, and there's not just one of them. They're gang tackling. They're getting multiple bodies, multiple hats to the ball,
Yep.
and against these running backs from Heritage, that's no small feat. Those guys are quick, and they've got a lot of blockers in front of them. So being able to shoot in those gaps and just make it hard for them.
You know, Coach Craig was really impressed by the improvement that he saw this week in practice. He knew that they had left some big plays out there last week in the benefit game, but they really worked this week. And he mentioned, you know, he probably wouldn't play as many guys defensively as he did last week, but.
Second and 18 for Heritage. Got Hester in
There's
motion.
your
It looks
shot.
like they're taking the shot. Yeah.
Pretty good coverage there.
It was,
I thought both of them.
Yeah, they're fighting a little
both
bit.
of them had a little hand fighting there, and they both kudos there. They let them play it out. Great job there. Looks like
Heritage
no one's,
defender.
the Heritage wide receiver still down on the field. I think he's got a cramp, but nobody in the stadium except Siloam's coaches and trainers have.
There's a couple of Siloam players that tried to help him up, and he's like, no, I'm good. Heritage is, I think they now know they have somebody down. They're sending either that or we've got a streaker, one of the two.
I think everybody just missed it. Everybody ran back to run the next play, including the officials, and they didn't see him. He's got a lower leg, something, maybe a cramp.
Yeah, it looks like they're stretching him out. We got another trainer coming. They're covered now. All right, so we got 3rd and 18 now for Heritage. Well, you're right, Dennis. They were taking a shot and had it. I mean, they had one single coverage down here, one-on-one. The defensive back, that's the shot you take. But good defense by the Panthers.
So
You think another shot here?
it's 3rd and 18 here. They are going to try to get a chunk. If they can get a chunk, they'll maybe throw up one last shot at the end zone, maybe.
Okay. Get up, get back. There you go. Okay.
Yep.
The handoff.
Got to get him
The
on the
dingle,
ground.
yep,
Gotta
gotta
get him on
get-
the
there you
ground.
go.
Okay,
Good.
good.
Yep.
You got
So
half of it back.
Yeah, about 8 on that.
They're going to have one more snap here, and they're gonna take a shot in the end zone here. It's going to be 4th down.
So, yeah. Yeah, we didn't get the home field advantage on that clock operation there.
They're going to run a play. They're going to. It's going to be the last play.
There's no reason for them not to. But they better. All right,
They better hurry.
They got their motion. Nope, they didn't get it off.
Well,
Are they going to let them have it? Holy cow. Yep. Incomplete. That's your half, guys. Siloam Springs can get the ball. Stay tuned. You're going to have an interview with Superintendent Jody Wiggins, talk about a lot of the things going on the first couple weeks of school, new facilities coming, and just exciting things happening in the school district. See you guys after half.
All right. Joining me on the mic here is Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Jody Wiggins. And first off, welcome in, Mr. Wiggins.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So first couple of weeks of school, how's it been for you?
The school year's gotten off to a really good start, I think. It's a little warm this week, and we've had to move some things inside that we might have been doing outside. But it's actually been a really smooth start. I've been out watching buses pick up, drop off, car riders pick up, drop off lines, and actually things have smoothed out pretty well.
Awesome. I see some of that in my building as well. How about everybody kind of wants to know what's going on in here in the dirt. We see a lot of dirt being moved. So can you tell us what's going on over here?
So we have a couple of projects going on just north of the high school here. One that's been going on for a while. We've got an administration building being built and hopefully be in it by November or so. And then the most recent earth movement over there is going to be a baseball, softball, tennis facility for our high school teams.
Awesome. What a fantastic upgrade there. Can you tell me the timeline on that baseball, softball, tennis complex?
So our completion date is supposed to be the end of January, 1st of February, in time for baseball and softball to play on it next spring. And then tennis courts will be available for tennis team next August, obviously. But we are excited about that. We've not had baseball, softball, and tennis facilities on our campus before. We've had to use city facilities and JBU facilities, so we are very excited about having the opportunity to put those here on our campus.
Okay, so I think I heard on the grapevine that maybe the community might have access to the tennis at some point. Can you talk about that?
So we've been in talks with the city to make the tennis courts available as a community resource. And so I think we're going to have a separate entrance when it's all completed that would be for community. And the city is helping us with a little bit of the cost on providing some lights there and that separate entrance.
Fantastic. What a great future facility for our school and our community. That's going to be fantastic. So I look out here on Friday night. Friday night's always a exciting night, especially in the fall when you got football going on. We've got band out here tonight. We recognized our national champion cheerleaders from last year. We've got football players. We've also got volleyball, tennis, and cross country and golf that have also started. So can you just talk about the importance of our extracurricular programs in our schools and our community?
So I'm an old coach at heart, and so I believe in the value of team and extracurricular activities. I think it helps give your school an identity and your kids a reason to come together and support each other and be school spirited. I think extracurricular activities where you're talking about band or cheerleading or choir or any of our athletic teams or even some of our clubs like Agri or HOSA, I think it gives kids another reason to come to school. It gives them a peer group with common interests, and it builds a lot of character. I think there's a lot of things that can be gleaned from being a part of a team and being a part of something where everybody's striving to achieve the same goal.
Awesome. Man, I appreciate your time. I've enjoyed the conversation, and come back and join us soon.
Sure.
Thanks, Mr. Wiggins.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yep. All right, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Jody Wiggins, shared a little insight there on our building project here behind the high school and just the north side of the high school. We've got a couple of those things going on. New central administration building, and then also a baseball, softball, and tennis complex. So looking forward to that. Hey, before we get back to the second half action, wanted to recognize, I talked to Mr. Hodge this week about the band, and I believe he told me they were 100, let me see here, 100 plus kids. I also wanted to give a review on the volleyball team and the volleyball program that has competed all week. Now, most of the outside activities were canceled this week due to the heat, but we were able to play some volleyball this week. And so Mr. Hodge, when I talked to him, he said the band has 145 members, and we're about to see them here at halftime. But what a great band we have. Wanted to also give you an update on the other sports that are going on. We have lots of volleyball action this week. Let me pull that up. So in 7th grade volleyball action this week, we had Winds versus Pea Ridge and Van Buren North Ridge. 8th grade had Winds versus Pea Ridge and Gravette, and also Van Buren North Ridge. The 9th grade volleyball team beat Pea Ridge and Gravette in 3 sets, and then they beat Central last night, Springdale Central, in 2 sets. High school JV beat Pea Ridge and Gravette this week, and then the varsity volleyball team also beat Pea Ridge in 3 sets, Gravette in 4. Everything I've heard from the volleyball team has been fantastic. So they're working really hard and getting better every time out. So great job this week, folks. And next week we expect maybe the weather to cool off and we get some golf and tennis action to review. I'm going to cut off here and let you guys watch the band. And so we'll be back in a few short minutes.
All right, welcome back to the second half. Score is 6-3. Your hometown Siloam Springs Panthers over Heritage in what has been a good defensive game, but also some offensive miscues have helped the defenses out. Dennis, why don't you tell us a little bit about the coaching staff? We didn't get a chance to mention that before the game, but let's introduce the coaching staff.
You bet, Jason. So Brandon Craig is your head coach. He's also the offensive coordinator this year. Michael Smith, wide receivers and special teams coordinator. We have John Madding working the offensive line. Coach Jonathan Johnson is our defensive coordinator, coaching linebackers. Coach Robert Henderson, defensive line. Tad Turner, cornerbacks, and Ryan Smith, safeties. And so got a really good staff. I know Coach Craig was excited about those guys, and a couple of those guys are Siloam Springs grads, and
All right.
it's fantastic to have those guys come back home and be a part of our program.
Absolutely. As a Panther grad myself, I always like to see that. So first half, defensively, defensive looked pretty good. Again, Heritage offense helped our defense some, but they stood up when they needed to and made some big plays. Did a great job on the Heritage running game, which we knew was going to be a strength. So, Dennis, what are we looking at in the second half?
Yeah, we've done a pretty good job on Dingle. He's got loose a few times. They're going to continue to give him the ball if he's healthy. I think he missed the last several plays of the half. He had a kind of landed awkward on a tackle, but that guy has got some speed, some quicks, and so we've got to continue to focus on him. They're going to continue to run that buck sweep type action and try to get the ball out on the edge to those guys that can make some plays. And then on offense, we got to take care of the ball. We had a long drive. We were about to put it in the end zone, and we put it on the ground, and that gave them a little momentum. And so now it's 6-3. We get the football to start the second half, and so hopefully we can come out and establish another long drive with some points.
Yeah, the offense moved the ball at times. You know, I look back to right before second half, and we're moving the ball and get an unfortunate holding call, phantom holding call, if you will, and you really stalled out that offense. Offense just went backwards from that point on. But the offense has moved the ball at times, but at times they've not been able to at all. So it almost seems like if they get a little bit going, they can get in that hurry up, and then they can really put it in gear and really get some first downs on top of each other and drive the ball. What do you think they need to do here in the second half?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I mean, Coach Craig likes to go turbo. I mean, he wants that tempo going, and in order to do that, you got to get positive yards on first down. Once you get to positive play on first down, you can kind of get back to the line pretty quick and make another play, and then it kind of just starts snowballing on the defense, and that's what he really wants to do, and that's what's going to put pressure on them. And so I think you're gonna see the second half. You're going to see him try to get some positive yards early, try to start building that tempo, and then they'll go full on turbo.
So Siloam's going to receive the ball to start the second half. We assume, unless they won the toss and decided to play defense, which I can't imagine they did. So we're assuming that Siloam's going to receive this kick. The Heritage only kicked off one time, and they pooch kicked it. Great recovery by Jack O'Brien just to fall on it and get good field position for Siloam.
Yeah, we've done a pretty good job in the kicking game. We had the high snap on the extra point, but I think Jack making a play there on that kickoff really helped us have good field position, and then we've got to continue making those kind of plays. What we can't do is have a negative play build into 3 or 4 negative plays.
Right. Yep.
You're going to make mistakes, and young guys are going to make mistakes, and what we've got to do is we've got to cut that off after 1 instead of letting 1 become 3 or 4. That's once you start seeing that, you're going to start seeing their confidence take off.
Well, let's do that then. Let's just start it right now.
Let's do it.
Okay. About 30 seconds from the action here. Siloam Springs going to receive the football and take it down and score.
Now, I will say this. I think Mikey McKinley is capable of taking it to the house.
He almost got one last year.
I think he's capable. So if they do kick it to him, they're going to have to tackle him.
All right, let's see what they do.
Here we go, Panthers.
Second half is underway, and looks like McKinley's going to get
gonna
a
have
shot.
Yep.
He's got the sideline. That's a good return. Probably going to get 15 on top of it. Looks like a spot where it's going to be a face mask more than likely. Didn't see anything that could have been a block in the back, but again, it's a far side from us, so I'll wait.
It's going to be a hold. They've got a hold on the up back there, I think. Okay. That's all right. It was a good return. The ball's going to be about the 22. So we're going to start on the 22. That's not terrible field position.
No,
We got to
it's
get
not.
positive yards here.
Looks like Hyde's going to start the second half. Derwin beside him. Give is to Derwin. Nope. Hyde's going to keep it. Looks like he's going to get about 5. Yep. About 5. Good read there. I like how they're mixing that in with the quarterback run along with and using Jed as kind of a decoy on that.
Right.
We know he's going to get the ball and he's going to get downhill, and I would assume he's probably going to get the ball right here. He got the ball. Can he get the edge, though? He can't get the edge. That's going to be about a 2-yard loss. Good job by Heritage stringing that play out.
Yeah, that was about as good as you can play that right there. Backs us up a couple of yards there. But, man, what a good job out here on the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough because, Jed's not necessarily a sideline-to-sideline guy, but he can get the edge. But Heritage did a good job of getting that. Hyde's back to pass, and oh, no. Oh.
Yep. That's a sophomore mistake.
Yeah.
He'll learn from that. He tried to throw it away, not take the sack, and threw it right to him.
Yep. So Heritage is going to have the ball in business here. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about at halftime. We can't let one bad play turn into 4 or 5. So
Right.
let's see if we can have another stand here and force a field goal. That would be best case scenario.
Right.
See if I can't hex them here. I'll
Right,
take one
yeah,
of those
we
miscues that they had
Absolutely.
earlier.
Yeah, let's do that again. All right. Looks like a direct snap to Dingle. Sure enough, he's going to run the Wildcat, and he is going to get no call yet. Oh, got him at the
the
2-inch line.
Far guy's got his hands raised. We have a touchdown.
Interesting that the guy on the backside sees that play, but the guy staring right at it didn't get the ball across the line.
Well, he's got 20/20 vision over there.
Okay, so Heritage takes advantage of the Siloam Springs miscue. On for the extra point now to go to try to tack on the extra point and go up 10-6 here. So Siloam Springs, not what you wanted coming out of the half, but now they got to regroup and take care of the ball and get a good drive sustained here.
Yeah, that's not the way you want to start the half, but listen, you're going to have times that you're going to have to respond to adversity, and so what we're hoping here is our squad can come out here and string together some positive plays and take the momentum back. So we've got it in us. We've got to let that play go. It's behind us. We can't change it now, and let's move on. Hope they kick it back to Mikey McKinley.
Yeah, I'd like him to get another shot at it. They did a good job of angle kicking that too. They kind of forced him up that sideline. If he gets something in the middle where he's got a lane to pick, that would be a lot more advantageous for the Panthers.
Okay, here we go.
Seems like we were just
10:42.
doing
Yep.
this.
Yep, this is like deja vu. 10:42 to go in the third quarter. Panthers are now down 10-6, and let's see if we can string together some plays here.
It's a short kick again. It's going to be caught by O'Brien. He's just going to get out of bounds. Smart play there, just to get what you can and get out. You don't have any blockers set up, and make the catch first off, and then no need to take a hit right there.
Dane Marlette back on the field at quarterback.
Okay.
We're going to continue this QB rotation.
Yeah. All right. Got Mottsinger in motion. Oh, man. Yep.
I don't know if you've noticed, but their defensive front linebackers have been a lot more active here at start the second half. They've made some adjustments. Let's see if our offensive line can reestablish that physicality that we saw and start making some plays up front.
Yeah, you think they might have been challenged at halftime?
I think they probably were.
Okay. Hand off to Derwin.
Nice cut
Yeah,
there.
good cut.
He's
Oh,
gone. He's
yep.
got a shot.
And
Push him on the
out.
ground.
He's out in the open field. And
Nice run.
Jed Derwin's going to gain about
He's got about 48 yards on that run right there. That's a nice run.
It was. Jed's going to get a breather, well-deserved on that, but, man, did Siloam need that play.
He gave him a stiff arm and
Yeah.
got initial separation there, but couldn't get to the house.
Sophomore Mason Short's going to replace him.
Hey, this guy's got the ability too. I mean, they better not get comfortable. He'll take it into the end zone too.
So I've watched Mason
Look at this.
Short. Yeah,
Look at this. Oh,
we got a flag. I've watched Mason Short the last few years. He's the same age as my son, and man, he's got top end speed. If he can get a seam, I don't know that anybody's going to catch him from the back end. He's a good running back.
you know, we've shown more penalties this week than we did in the benefit game. We're just making some mistakes. Of course, when you go game action, they're stunting up front. They're doing a lot of things to keep us off balance, and you know, we've had a few penalties just trying to protect our quarterback.
You know, in both of those times, that holding up the middle has not affected the play whatsoever.
Right.
It's kind of been behind the play. Give again to Mason Short. He's going to get about 2.5, we'll call it.
A little extracurricular out here. I don't know if he tried to sell that or not, but
I don't think number 2 is going to get the benefit of the doubt after the unsportsmanlike he got earlier in the game. So he may have gotten a reputation. Dane shotgun takes the snap.
take a
going
shot.
Going up top to Mikey. That's going to be a pass interference.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah. He didn't turn around. He didn't look
Yep.
for the ball.
Number 2 gets up talking smack, and there's a flag right behind his feet. I mean, that's classic.
Yeah, Mikey's got to watch himself there too. He was giving it back a little bit too, and the last thing you want is an offsetting penalty right there.
Absolutely. I want to see kids compete at the highest level and just play each play. All the barking and the talk and all that stuff. They can do that in the pro game.
Yeah, right.
We got to do a better job in high school of just going out and competing and learning and getting better. So
yeah, when you get paid for it, you can do all that stuff. Oh, we got a high snap again. Dane's just going to have to fall on it.
Yep.
Although it looks like Heritage just made a huge mistake. They got a player after the penalty, just play was way over. That's just losing your head right there.
Yeah, that's another case. I mean, we just got to play. We got to stop the extracurricular stuff. Offsetting penalties there. Called one on each side.
Wow. Yeah. Like the referees just get a hold of this one right now, because I don't want to, I don't know what if you get two unsportsmanlike, though, you're ejected, correct?
I think so, but
yeah, that's what I was thinking. So you just don't.
third down and about 15 or 16.
Gives the jet. He's got a little seam there. He cuts it outside. He's going to pick up the first
He's
down.
going to get close.
Like. Yep.
He's close.
Yep. Oh, they're going to mark him a yard short. Man, that was a big run.
Yeah, they're going to he gave Coach Craig an opportunity here to go for it. It's going to be about 4th and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 4th and 2.
Yeah, looks like, right at 4th and 1. Boy.
Come on, O-line. We got to have you here.
Yeah, Derwin's
He's
got
it.
in. He's in.
Touchdown, Jed
What
Derwin.
a big run right there.
Wow. I tell you what, was that a response?
That was, absolutely. Man, Siloam Springs needed that.
Yep. Couple of penalties helped us out there a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But Siloam got a holding penalty, too, that kind of –
Yep.
There's a lot of laundry on that drive. But ends up with the good guys in the end zone, and I'll take it. End ball for the extra point. Snaps down. Looks like that is right through. And
nice job.
13-10, Siloam Springs regains the lead. 8:38 left in the third quarter. This game's we've already got more points in the second half than we had the whole first half. So buckle up.
So, hey, Dane Marlette, great drive there. Derwin made a couple of huge runs there. I think he had a 48-yard run, and then he had about a 14 or 15-yard run on 3rd and 16, and
then pretty well untouched into the end zone.
Then took it the rest of the way into the end zone. So, offensive line has to get some credit there. I talked about how they came out, the defensive line came out, were a little more aggressive to start the half, and then I think our O-line just said, hey.
Yeah. You need 4th and 1, and you got 12 untouched for a touchdown. That's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good because you knew what Heritage knew what we were going to do, right? And then 12 yards later, it was touchdown.
Everybody knows what's going to happen. Can you stop it?
All right. Anthony Sandoval is going to tee this football up.
Let's put it in the end zone again here.
Man, I'm really proud of that drive.
Yeah, that. If you needed one, that was the time you needed it. Sandoval's gonna kick it a little bit short of the end zone. The upback's gonna
Dingle's
take
got it. This is trouble.
Yeah. Oh, good job.
Good job.
Who is that? That's number
16.
10. Is that number 16?
I think that. No, let me see here. My eyesight's not great.
That is number 10, Cooper Church on the tackle there.
Great job, Cooper.
Yeah,
that's
a
tough.
Saved a lot of yards, if not a touchdown.
Okay,
Panther defense, 31-yard line of Heritage.
Bring their quarterback out here. Last offensive series, they ran the Wildcat, so quarterback number 11, Dominic Castaneda, coming back on the field.
And wide receiver in motion. They're gonna flip to him, and Siloam Springs is all over it. He got about 2, just by sheer effort of falling forward. Credit to him on that, but Siloam Springs had that one strung out.
Might see a wrinkle or two to start the second half. Don't let us, don't let you start cheating and expecting that buck sweep or something. We've got to be on our toes here.
Heritage runs number 1 off the side there. Trying to figure out the formation. It looks like maybe, I can't tell if that's a double tight. No, it's double wides up top. Now fullback goes in motion. High snap. Dingle, I think, took the snap. I don't know if it was supposed to. I'm sure it was eventually supposed to get to him. We got a flag in the back. Not sure what we got here. That's a weird spot for the flag to come in from. And
Yeah.
actually, he hit Eli Hargett with the flag as he threw it in. I think Eli Hargett turned around like, what is going on? See if we can get the call here. It looks like they're just telling Heritage to get back. It's against Siloam, whatever it is.
Looks like personal foul yardage.
Huh. Yeah, Coach Craig would like an explanation here, and they've not made a call of what this is.
I didn't see it. I know it was personal foul yardage, but they didn't make a call.
They sure didn't. They got the double bunch again. This is where you like a trick play out of this. Let's just blow it up.
Dingle is out wide. Your best athlete, best player. I'm going to take a shot. There you go. There you go.
You got to get him on the ground. No.
Yeah.
They called it complete?
No. He waved it off.
Okay.
It hit the turf. It was going to be a 1-yard gain anyway, but it did hit the turf.
Man, everybody ran 102 yards on that play. That play went from one side to the other.
Man, we got through and got our hands on the quarterback there. We gotta get him on the ground.
All right, 2nd and 10, Panther 49-yard line. Castaneda in the shotgun. We're going to flip the play. Trips wide to the top. That's the way he's looking. Nope, he's coming back to the other side. Nobody.
Wheel route.
Oh, and right off the hands. Man, that was a good throw by Castaneda.
That was a little different look. That was a wheel route to your back, your best player, and he put it right where he had to, and it was just a little bit long. So nice pass.
Yep.
Nice play call there by the Rogers Heritage staff, but it hit the turf. So, hey.
He even had Castaneda look off. He looked at that Trips bunch at the top of the screen, at the top of the formation, and then came back on that wheel route. And good play call. Just fortunate for the Panthers it wasn't executed there.
3rd and 10. Big play here, defense. Let's go. Step up.
They're showing blitz, but it looked good.
Thought that popped straight up in the air.
I did too.
I was thinking we might have a shot there. It's going to be 4th and 10 from about the 49 of the Panthers.
I would think a punt's coming here, but
they haven't dropped back from punt formation. It's been this quick kick here. We got close last time they did this. But this is the quarterback.
They're going to send Mikey back
now. We got to be careful.
He's got it.
Okay.
Mikey comes up and catches that on the run, and he's got a little bit of momentum. Hold on to it, and good return there by McKinley. And then we got another flag on the play. Man,
this guy's arm's going to hurt after the game. This guy
he's going to have to ice that.
He's been throwing that flag from deep.
Yeah. At least it didn't hit anybody that time.
Hope he's got some icy hot.
I know. I just want to call. We got holding against the Panthers.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't even. That play didn't.
Did we
take
have
long
any
enough to hold.
blockers? Did we have any blockers over there?
We didn't. It was just defense.
Holy moly!
That's an interesting.
I will say he's a lot closer than I am.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't want to be too critical. I am about 500 feet from the action.
But I got your back, Dennis.
Okay.
That's what I saw too. Hyde's back in at quarterback. Swaninger in motion. That gives to Jed. He's got a little bit of a seam, not much. It closed in a hurry. Looks like he's going to have about 1 yard. Looked like there was more of a hole than that.
Well, I believe there was, but the defender has finally learned I'm not going to tackle him up top. He got him on around the ankles. He got him down low and got him tripped up. But hey, listen, we need another drive here.
All right, Swaninger in motion again. Snap to Hyde. He bobbles it a little bit. What was the call here?
Offside.
Offside's on the defense.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they're over the ball. I noticed that early in the first half when they were right in front of us here, the defensive lineman on the end was over the football, and so I'm guessing they've heard that from our coaching staff too. It's like, hey, they can't be in our backfield when we snap it.
Okay, so we'll get 5 on that, so that's going to make it second and about 4, right where we want to live. Blitz up the middle.
Nice job. Yep. It was a good read.
Yep, Hyde keeps it himself. He's going to get about a yard. But you're right, that was a good read. There wasn't much in that play. Linebacker came on the blitz and really blew that thing up.
Yeah, if he hands that to Jed there, it's a 3-yard loss, most likely. So he pulled it, got a couple of yards positive here, but we're not getting enough positive yards to go turbo. Right. We've got to get a first down here so we can kind of speed the tempo up.
All right, 3rd and 3. What we got here? It's all packed in. We're going kind of a rhino spot. Give it to Derwin. Doesn't look like he's going to get there. May lost about a half a yard. Just didn't.
It was a different look, but they knew who was getting the football there. Everything. It was pretty crowded in there.
Yeah, you're looking to get Jed the ball, but we did it from a rhino package. No one out wide, and just bring all your blockers in.
Anthony Sandoval is going to be back to punt. We need a good kicker.
Yeah,
Anthony.
You need a field flipper right here. Oh, there you go. Get some run on it.
Oh.
Get some run.
Yep. Got a
30-yard line.
Should be about the 30. That was a decent punt there. Nice job, Anthony Sandoval, senior punter for Siloam Springs.
All right, so now the defense gets another opportunity to stand up. The defense has done a great job. The only touchdown they've given, they had their back at the 2-yard line. So I mean, you can kind of excuse that one. That one doesn't really go against the defense, but they've done a good job of stringing things out. But Rogers Heritage has some players that can take it in a hurry, so stay disciplined. False start.
He never crossed the ball.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that on film again.
That can't be the case. That's
somebody out there watching live stream. Text me and see if that was across the ball.
Right. Run that back. That is that's unfortunate. So that's going to be 1st and 5 for Heritage.
Blitz.
Yeah. Oh.
He threw it up. Oh, Dingle's right down the middle of the field. Breaks a tackle. One got a beat, and he beat him.
Get him. Yep. Yeah, that's it looked like a broken play from the beginning, and I don't know how Dingle just got in the middle of the field, but you certainly can't get him there. That's advantage Heritage.
Yeah, that guy had a lot of space, and he's going to take it to the house when he gets that much space. There's just no doubt about it.
It looked like our best chance was his own player tackling him there. Yeah. All right, so offense needs to respond like they did last time. And the extra point is good, so it's going to be 17-13. Heritage takes the lead. 4:36 left in the 3rd quarter. Siloam Springs is going to receive the kick.
Well, I think before the game we talked about the keys on the defensive side of the ball was to limit the explosive plays, and that was the first real explosive play that they've had. We've got to respond here, march down the field, get some points on the board, and then our defense got to come back and step back up. So
yeah, you're right. That's really the only lapse the defense has had, and if they get there just a split second sooner, that's likely an incomplete or
just a little late on the blitz, and that's what happens when you get the ball to your best player in space. And so moving on, that's what you got to do as a football team. You gave up a big play. Let's come back and let's take the momentum back.
You know, I've been proud of the way that Siloam has responded in this game. You know, they've had some chances to where they could let one negative thing affect them and then another negative thing. I mean, you get an unfortunate interception. Heritage gets the 2-yard line, they punch it in, and Siloam Springs comes right back down, marches down, and scores. You know, that's what you need right now. Your defense gave up a play. Offense needs to respond. Defense has been picking the offense up. Offense has been picking the defense up. That's what makes a good team.
Yep. So Heritage first half went with their staple plays, but in the second half they have scored from plays that we haven't seen. They scored out of the Wildcat from about the 3 or 4 yard line, and then that long pass right down the seam to your running back.
And they've gone away from the sweep.
Yep.
They've not done that double motion sweep.
You haven't seen that in the second half. They'll go back to it, but they're showing us. They're going deep into their playbook here and showing us a few different things.
Oh, wow. That's got to be a flag somewhere. No?
He's running out of bounds, and they tattooed him. He's got to be on the white there.
Yeah. Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, he signaled for a fair catch there.
He did, and he took off running. Huh.
I still believe he was on the white when he got hit.
Referees are huddled up.
They're talking about it. Boys, this is a quick conversation. Did you see it, yes or no?
Right.
If you did not, let's move on.
Yeah.
If you saw it, why didn't you throw the flag the first time?
So
still debating it a little bit here.
Okay. So
it looks like they are backing us up to the 25 because
he called the fair catch.
He did call for a fair catch. It looks like we're going to have it on the 25-yard line.
Okay. Marlette's
wasn't a
back in.
penalty. It's just the fair catch.
There we go.
Nice
Kick
play.
out to Stewart. We're going to pick up about 11, it looks like, on that. Oh, they're going to give us 10.
We should have the first down. They've got a player down here.
Oh, man. I hate that.
Might be a cramp, looks like.
Yeah, that's good.
It's hot. These guys, listen, this week they've been practicing before school, 6 o'clock in the morning. These guys have tried to stay cool, but playing in this late of the day, you know, the kids were in school most of the day. It was still hot at kickoff.
Well, and it's not been cold at 5:30 in the morning when I'm driving my son up here to practice. So they're maybe practicing in the dark, but it's still not cold. It's still hot, and they're sweating a bunch.
Looks like 8 is going to be okay. He's got a cramp.
Yeah, he's walking off under his own power.
I'm glad to see it.
Absolutely. These guys put in a lot of work to get out on this field, and I hate to see any time they get it taken away from them. So,
absolutely. Okay, so we did get a first down. That slowed us down, kept us from tempo a little bit. But let's get some more positive yards here. Yeah. Dane Marlette made another great play there. Let's see if he can back it up.
McKinley goes in motion here. What are they going to run to him? They're going to go deep to Motzinger. Good catch, and he's not going to have the first down. Looks like about 9, but good play design. I like that little rollout. Keeps the pressure off Marlette.
Yeah, that
good
was
route by Motzinger.
That was a great route, and Dane looked at his underneath guy and threw it to Quentin.
It's a nice little wrinkle we haven't seen tonight. Oh, yeah.
Back to Derwin.
Yep, and that's it. We'll take 3 on first.
Missed the first tackle, and we get the first down. Let's go tempo.
Mason Short's going to check in here. We're going to give Derwin a little bit of a break. Okay, Marlette in the shotgun. The give is to Short, and Short's got a little bit of a seam, and he gets, that's not a I was thinking he at least got the 45, but
He got 6 there.
yeah.
You know, he's got some nice feet. I bet he would be a great dancer.
I've never seen him dance, but I've seen him run the ball. And
He does a great job.
he does. Short gets
Mason,
the ball
there's a
again. Nice
cut.
little cut.
Hang on to that.
Hang on to the
Hang
ball.
on to that.
Yeah. Good job. He got 2 more there. And, man, that was – you had the same thought I did, was that defender just had a hold of the ball, and that was it.
Yep.
So 3rd and 2. Short's going to stay in there.
We get a first down here, we're going to go really quick, I'm thinking.
Got twin wide receivers to the top of the formation. Heritage is going to call a timeout and talk about this, which then may give us a chance to get Jed back in the game. This is Jed territory, 3rd and 2.
I don't know, but I'm thinking that the defensive coach a couple of booths down saw something, because he's pretty animated down there, and I think he got the timeout call. They saw something they did not like.
Yeah, well, then I hate that they got the timeout there. But yeah, he was very emphatic about. I can't tell what he was saying, but he was saying it in a very emphatic fashion.
I'm impressed with this crowd tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What great support we see in this community for our athletic programs, and you know, it's hot. People could have stayed home and listened to us tonight.
Well, why would they do that?
well, it is hot.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. Yeah,
you know, but they came out and battled the heat. So here we go, 3rd and a long 2.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what happened on that play, but it was not what Siloam had dialed up there.
No, we've had more than one center quarterback exchange issues in the shotgun. So
Sandoval's
gotta
on
clean
the punt.
that up.
Yep. We'll pin them back here. 2:42 left in the 3rd quarter. Sandoval's back deep to punt. He's got the punt. It's away, and it's a good angled punt. Low. Man, should have been a little bit deeper on that. That's probably going to be well, we're going different directions here. 25-yard line is where they're going to mark it. So I'll take that spot. It looked like that was going to be closer up to the 30 by my vantage point. But, again, we're 500 yards away from this. So
I think their coach is getting his steps in. He's on the field as much as
as far as they'll let him go. He might make a tackle if they don't get him off there. All right, Heritage in the shotgun. Snap. Give to, quarterback keep.
throws it up.
Throws it up to number 1, and he's got that and got him down at the 37. 37 of the Panthers. 38.
Oh, we got a flag on the far side of the field.
Let's bring this thing back.
It's coming back.
Ineligible downfield.
Oh, that's too bad.
I hate that for them.
Ah, dog. Man, that's a miscue for them, and that helps us. Fantastic.
You know, that's the second time we've seen that rollout with the quarterback just trying to buy time to let a wide receiver run open, and seems to have worked both times. But ineligible man downfield, typically you just get a lineman that wanders a little too far too early.
Yeah, those guys they want to go out there and clear the path for somebody when they roll out, and sometimes they get a little too far downfield. Late substitution coming on here.
Number 1's going to go off. 14's, is it 14 or 44 came in for him? He's the fullback, so power for speed it looks like.
They're going to give
on the edge, and
got
that is Silent
pursuit.
Spring. Yeah.
Nice job.
Yep. Looks like we've got
About a 2-yard loss.
Yep, about 2.
Nice job defensively.
Yeah. There was nothing there. The defense was out there and turned it back in just like you're supposed to, and middle of that defense just cleaned it up.
There was a whole host of Panthers out there, but 36, Jason Courtney looked like he was in the mix of it. Senior Jason Courtney.
That's good. I'll get better at calling some of these names as I get used to this, but it's
Up,
a
little
handoff reverse.
Nice play.
Turned it back inside. We got to get him on the ground, though. Yeah, and he's not going to get the first down. That's good.
We've got another
Flag.
That back judge has thrown 25 of those tonight. I mean, I don't know if he's on a pitch count or not.
No, he's going to need a new flag. That thing is wearing out. It's going to be on Heritage.
Block. Blindside block. We're going to back him up.
Okay. So it's going to be second down, and yeah, we'll sort this out here in a second. They hadn't walked him off yet. We feel really good about it's going to be second down, though.
There's 1:16 to go in the third quarter here. This would be an ideal time for us to make a stand, get the ball back here.
So we did all that for a no gain.
Pretty much.
Yep. So that will be still second and about 16, we'll call it. Maybe a heavy 16. But that's twice that reverse has really hurt Siloam Springs. And they did a lot better job pursuing there and turned it back in. Just didn't have the numbers to get. And number one, shifty, you could see. So
they're going to take a double move on the outside. They've got double
They got
coverage
nobody
over
there. They got
it's
going to be picked.
It's going to be picked.
Yep.
Nice job.
Who we got there?
I think that's number 16.
They're saying incomplete.
What are we talking about there?
I don't know.
Did you see the ball on the turf?
No. They called it incomplete.
Number 16 was the Panther that made the play. That's Anthony Sandoval. He's made a great read on it. I didn't see it on the turf, but hey, again, I am a long ways from the dance floor.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like the Siloam Springs Panther coaches are too upset about it, so figure they probably saw something we didn't.
3rd and 15-ish, we'll call it.
You know, full disclosure, I get Homer glasses on sometimes, and I really wanted that to be a pick, and so in my mind it may have been one, but
Homer glasses.
Yeah.
What are those?
Well,
bad
ball's
snap.
on the ground.
Ball's on the
no,
ground.
Get him down.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Yep.
That was a little break for us.
Yep. It's a gain of about 1 yard, so it's going to be 4th and 14, we'll call it.
Yep. I'm interested. Will they do the quick kick here this deep in their territory? They've little quick kick all night. They've not been deep snapping here.
Well, you'd think I love the idea of giving Mikey a head
Mikey,
start.
come on up. Come on up a little, Mikey. Come on up a little, Mikey. He's going to catch it about the 50.
Yep. Okay, play clean. There you go. Oh, nice move. Yep. So he's going to get – here we got another flag. Man.
Right now we've got to have some discipline and start playing clean. We were going to have the football around the 40-yard line, and it looks like the extracurricular stuff is going to bite us.
You know, both teams have been victim of that tonight. You know, it's just – I mean, they've been hitting each other all summer. They want to hit somebody else, and I
understand. You've got to have the discipline, though, when it starts hurting your team.
Absolutely.
6.6 seconds to go in the third quarter. All the extracurricular stuff needs to stop. We've got to just play and compete and play clean this fourth quarter. We have got to have a clean fourth quarter, get the football in the end zone.
We've had a lot of conferences tonight.
Yeah. I'd say this is probably a new crew. Really hard to find officials.
Can you blame them, though?
Listen, I've been an official before. It's tough out there. I'm not trying to be overly critical. I'm trying to just bring a little humor here.
Right.
But this is a new crew. They're gonna be fine. They just got to have some games under their belt. But they are doing a lot of communicating tonight.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Okay, so we got –
as long as they get it right, that's okay, right?
As long as they get it right.
So
we
it was
got
a 15-yarder. Yep. 15-yard personal foul. So it took the football from their 40 back to our 45.
Okay, Hyde's back in at quarterback. Derwin next to him. Derwin splitting out. Oh, and that's going to be a sack. He's going to lose 5 on that. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We're going to flip sides, and we got 12 minutes left in this one. Heritage is up on your hometown Panthers, 17-13 going into the fourth quarter. It's who's going to win the fourth quarter?
Yeah, in order to win the fourth quarter, we've got to play clean. That's where it starts, and then we've got to take care of the football. I think if we will do those things, we'll be able to move the football and maybe stick it in the end zone. Defensively, we have got to continue limiting the big play.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to just force them to drive the length of the field, because they've shown that they'll make a few mistakes along the way. So, hey, this is what you got a shot here in the fourth quarter. This is what you coach and plan for during the week. You're in position to win the football game. Now you got to go do it.
All right, offense is going to have the ball 2nd and 15 on their own 40-yard line. Just need to get 6 or 7 here if you can. Heritage lined up in a 4-3 and Hyde's back to pass, and he never saw the.
He never saw
him. Never felt that. He's, And that's going to be Heritage ball right around the 39-yard line of the Panthers. 38-yard line, excuse me. 33-yard line, excuse me again. Man.
It's a first game for us, too. I've never done this before. So,
I'm used to doing basketball games. We don't have to count in basketball. They just go up and down the court. Count baskets, but even that, the scoreboard does that. I need a spotter. Can I get a spotter? All right, 33-yard line.
Big play here, D. Let's go. Step up.
Handoff, going nowhere. Lost 2. It's a big play. Now get back in line and do it again.
Yep. Be aggressive. Be physical. Stop at the whistle. Help them up.
Yeah.
Go do it again. That's the nice recipe there.
All right, 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Going to take a shot, turn around. Oh. Yeah. He caught that ball at the 6-yard line. Kind of a back shoulder. Ball was underthrown, and that was to the advantage of the receiver, whether it was intentionally underthrown or who knows. But regardless, Heritage going real fast, and that's going to be a false start on them. Yeah, I wondered what was taking so long on the flags. But
number 20, Carlos Sandoval, was in pretty good position there. He just couldn't get his head around and find the ball. Receiver,
and by the time he did, he couldn't locate it.
Yep.
He got his head around in time. I mean,
just couldn't get to it.
You did everything you're coached to do right there. Sometimes they make a play on you. We're going to move back 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 11.
Yep. Here we go, Panthers. Let's go. Dig in here.
We got a little confusion on Heritage's side. Can't tell if they. I don't know if we need to count players out there. Yep, we got somebody else coming off. We got somebody else coming on. The play clock's down to 12.
We need another guy. There we go.
Okay. We got
7, 6.
Heritage is probably going to just burn it. Nope. They're going to get lined up and go for it. All right. Oh. Did they get it? Yeah, they got the timeout.
They called timeout.
Yeah. There was some confusion, to say the least, on that play.
You don't think that was strategy?
You know, if
Looked
if
like
it
you
hadn't
don't-
burned a timeout, you could kind of see that. If whenever they got lined up, you kind of think like, okay, they were just doing all that. But when they burned the timeout, you figure that probably wasn't strategy.
They ran a guy on late and he was uncovered over there. I thought it was strategy at first.
Ah.
I really did. But
Yeah.
like you said,
That's
the timeout probably negates that strategy call.
Yeah. Well, man, if you can get 15 to 18-year-old boys to be in sync like that and run a trick play where it looks that then man, I think you're onto something there.
Yeah.
If you get two of them to do it, it may be a miracle.
Okay, Jason, we got 11 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the football game here. Trailing by 4. Big spot for the defense here. We have got to keep them out of the end zone here. You could live with a field goal. That would push it to a 7-point lead. But they get a touchdown here, it's going to be a 2-score game. So our defense, it's not impossible, but our defense really needs to try to force to a field goal or maybe a mistake that pushes them out of field goal range.
Yes. I would take a turnover.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice call on
I'm
that.
going to call that.
Little hex action
Yeah,
there.
that's right. a little voodoo on there.
Oh, Wildcat.
Yeah, they're going to give it.
Dangle.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to get there, but, man, did he fight for that. He got
into the
about
5,
7 yards on that. So they're going to be 2nd and 5, second goal at the 5-yard line. It's been a good play for them today, that Wildcat. But I mean, you're taking your best player and you're giving him the ball. That's
That's
you know,
smart coaching.
That's smart coaching, right? Yeah. All right. Looks like traditional set now. 11. They're still going to give it to him.
And haven't seen it in the second half.
Yeah,
but you know
he's
what?
not going to get there.
He's
No.
going to get stood up about the half-yard line. But that's the first time we've really seen that action since the first half.
You're right. They were going to go back to it.
Yep.
They're just going to go quick. They've made mistakes when they've gone quick. Let's see if they'll do it again here. It looks like, did they?
Yeah, they got in.
I didn't even see. Did the quarterback go under center?
Yeah, he got
Okay.
under center, and his fullback pushed him across the line.
Gotcha.
H-back. So that's going to push it to a 2-score game here.
They're pending the extra point.
Yep. I think when Coach Craig and the defensive unit, I think when the team looks at the film, they're going to see a lot of plays they've left out there and then see some mental mistakes that led to a lot of flags that have given them extra yardage.
Yep.
So
it's one thing to play with edge, but you play with edge between the whistles, and you play smart.
You know, I believe we've put the football on the turf or turned it over 3 times. We have 3 turnovers. They have not turned the football over.
They have not.
Now, they've had some penalties, but they've not turned it over. And so –
just on downs.
Yep. Going back to the keys of the game, we talked about taking care of the football as being something that was really important for the Panthers. And 3 turnovers. Now, it's early in the fourth quarter, so we've got some time left. But obviously, 3 turnovers hurt you. I'd like to see our offensive line come back this drive and just manhandle the defensive front, and let's march it down the field pretty quick here and give yourself a chance to maybe make up 2 scores here in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, just get down and get a shot at something.
Of course, if I'm going to be greedy,
we'll just take one back right here.
Let's just kick it to Mikey and get a seam and see if he can ring the bell. I think they're probably going to kick it to the up back, though. And it's Quentin Motsinger.
Oh, man.
Looks like
Yeah, I got.
Did he step out of bounds?
Oh, that's what. Yeah, so it looks like about the 25.5-yard line is where they're marking that.
What are they talking about?
Well, so the upback called for a fair catch to go get it, but he didn't catch the ball, and the ball hit the ground. So once the ball hits the ground, the fair catch is over. So I don't. I mean,
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Hides in the shotgun. He's going to take it, and he's going to get hit, and he's gained about 1/2 of a yard. We'll give him a yard.
Yeah, they're going to give him a whole yard right there.
All right, 2nd and 9. Hides in the shotgun. Derwin to his right. Hyde's going to roll. He's got, oh, man, yeah. Yeah, that's the 4th turnover. The Panthers there just Heritage had that red all the way. That was a rollout, and there really wasn't anywhere to go with the football there.
Yep. Okay.
So now the defense has been.
Yep. You've got to make a play here.
Right.
You cannot let them march down here and get points. You got to make a play. You got to get the football on the ground. Got to strip the football here. Whatever we can do to get the football on the ground, and then we got to make a play.
Right. I would be surprised if Heritage puts the ball in the air right here, unless they get to a 3rd and long where they got to throw. But I think they'll be just content to run as much clock as they can, and I bet we're going to see a lot of runs here. Number 25 is to the right of the quarterback. Comes that motion, and then they're going to sweep quarterback keeper. He's going to get to the edge, and he's going to score, looks like. I don't think anybody's.
20's
No, he
got him
tried,
out.
but
Yep.
nope, they're going to call him out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Number 20, Carlos Sandoval, pushed him out at the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Coach Craig said he was a great athlete and he
Yeah.
could make some plays on his own, and that was a designed quarterback run there.
Yeah, and he got a seam there, good read by him. It just looked like Siloam was going to string him out a little bit, just couldn't make the tackle there, and not enough help. Dingle's going to keep it. He's not going to get there. He's going to lose about 3. Good penetration there by the left side of that Panther defense.
2nd and goal here from about the 4.
And really, Dennis, Siloam defense has done a great job on Dingle, with the exception of the passing game where he got one in the open field. But,
Yep.
And he's got a couple of rushing, or at least one rushing touchdown, but it was from 2 yards out in the Wildcat. I mean, they have not let him get loose on the edge. They've done a great job. I mean, you don't look for moral victories and stuff like this, but their defense has really done well against a dynamic running back. Well, we got a swinging gate looking thing over here.
Shifts.
Yeah,
They got a timeout.
yeah. That you got your guard exposed over there. I'm sure he's not an eligible receiver in that. So another timeout by Heritage on the formation, just a miscommunication.
Yep. I go back to what we were talking about in the coaches show. Coach Craig mentioned what they like to do, but if you'll notice, they really in the second half they went away from that for the most part, and it's kind of given us some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been our own worst enemy at times, but you know what? Our defense, like you said, has played relatively well.
Mm-hmm.
We've limited them to just a couple of big plays. Had a strong stop goal
Mm-hmm.
line stand in the first half, and so maybe we can get another one here. 8 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. The Panthers are trailing by 11, 24-13, and they need to stop here.
Right.
So.
And the defense has been put in some rough spots just by the offense's turnovers, and they've had the ball on their side of the field a lot.
Yeah, they've been on the field a lot the second half.
But they're still making plays, and man, I love the effort. I love the energy. You just
Hey,
need,
they're
need
much
a couple more.
They are much improved. Our defense and our team overall much
Absolutely.
improved. We'll get better every game.
Oh, wow, what a catch. This looks like he's going to lose another 3 yards. Kind of interesting play calls on these where, you know, the Heritage has been really good going downhill in these situations, and
Yep.
and they've tried two kind of gimmicky plays, I would call them. They're lucky that one
I
wasn't
think
a
they're going to
pitchback
hand it
fumble.
to Dingle. I think they're going to hand it to Dingle right
Just
here.
get what you can on it. Just need to bottle him up. Yeah, can he get to the edge?
Yep. He
Sure
got in
enough.
there. Okay, that one hurts.
Yep.
As you know, gave up 3 points in the first half, and in the second half they've put 27 up, awaiting the extra point. Now we've put our D in some tough spots here, but
Right.
we're not setting the edge like we did in the first half.
Right.
So we've got to we're not rallying to the football like we did in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of a tale of two halves.
Some growing pains.
Yep.
Going through some growing pains. This is a 7A West football program.
Mm-hmm.
They are better
Mm-hmm.
than they've been.
Right.
So they've got experience in the backfield, and so that running back is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's had a pretty good night,
He
even though
has.
we've done a good job on him. But
Yeah, that was just a tough one right there. That was a foot race. That was we think our guy's faster than your guys, and he was.
okay, you still have a chance, and this is what we talked about in the benefit game. This is where you really need your kids to step up here and get better every snap. You got to stop looking at the scoreboard right here. This is game one. You got some growing and some learning to do. Okay, let's go out there the last 7:41. Let's make positive plays. Let's get better. Let's focus on our assignment and not worry about what the scoreboard says here.
Right.
Okay, these reps in the next 7 minutes and 41 seconds are going to be crucial by week 3, week 4. So
No, you're absolutely right, and you mentioned earlier all the young guys that are getting minutes out here too. This is invaluable for them
yeah,
to just get better.
and we've got experienced guys out there that have to get better too. And so, it's a growth process. It's a tough thing to do. Up back takes it there, gets
it's
5 or
Mottsinger.
6. Yep. Quentin Mottsinger.
Yep.
Shout out to Dad SRO,
Yeah.
Officer Vince Mottsinger.
All the SROs, man.
Yeah,
they're so
they do
important.
a great job. They do a great job in our district. Okay. One of the toughest things for a young athlete is just embrace the process. Growth, getting better. It takes work. It takes adversity. It takes reflection. It takes effort. I mean, it takes so much, and these guys got to have the right mindset moving forward. We have some great senior leadership on this team. We'll get better.
We got an umpire that just went down.
What?
Oh, I think he's cramping. That was
Man, it is hot.
Yeah, that was odd looking at. I couldn't figure out what they were looking at. It looked like they were all looking at the turf, and then he just kind of went down.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Those guys. I've cracked a few jokes at their expense tonight, but you know what? I appreciate those guys. They're out there in the heat. They're doing it for the kids. There is a shortage of officials in the state of Arkansas. Football, basketball, volleyball. If you're out there listening and you want to serve the kids and make a little extra money, they will gladly train you and get you on the field. These guys, it is hot tonight. They probably haven't had the same water breaks that everybody else has had.
And they don't have subs. They've run the whole game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And that
Yeah.
he's been throwing. He's had quite a bit
No
of
wonder
work
he's
out there,
cramped
yeah.
up. That was his plant foot, is
Listen,
what that was. He's been
No,
throwing off that thing.
I appreciate those
Yeah.
guys. We're just poking fun.
Yeah.
Lighthearted. I'm glad he's up. He's okay. So
All right. Marlette's back in. The give is to, I can't see a number
Derwin,
yet.
yep.
Is that Derwin? Okay. He gets about 4.
he's trying to sneak. I don't think anybody in the place. I don't think he could sneak around. Everybody knows who Jed Derwin is.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
looking for him.
And I guarantee everybody in a white jersey knows where he's at.
Yep. All right, Dane, birthday boy. Let's get another drive here. Let's get in the end zone, Dane.
7:09 left here in the third quarter. Panthers down 31-13, and that play was over before it started there. That's a loss of 3. Derwin is hit in the backfield, and I didn't get a number on that train. We got a Panther down.
Yeah.
I can't see a number on it. Oh, he's hopping back up. That is number 65. He's going to get a replacement, though.
65. That is sophomore Francisco Suarez.
Okay. Francisco's going to get a replacement. Number 72 is coming in for him.
Man, Coach Craig is really high on him as a sophomore. He's going to do some fantastic things. They like him. He works. He just comes in and works.
Man.
All right, 3rd and 9.
Third and 9, Derwin to Dane's right. Dane drop. He's going sideline. We got the pass,
Oh,
and
he's
we're
got
going to have
a
a first down.
down.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, he's got a first down. Mikey's going to pop
Mikey
back
McKinley,
up.
nice catch.
Like that guy, they hit him about as hard as you can hit a guy, and he was up before they were.
Yeah.
That's got to be – that's just flat toughness.
And
over
lost
there.
a shoe.
Yep.
Oh, no, a towel.
A towel. Mikey McKinley.
Panthers back up to the line. They're going to go a little turbo here. Derwin just bulldozes for 2 yards there. He's hitting the backfield again and falls forward for 2 yards. See if the Panthers continue to go faster. Huddling up. Yep, they've got the play in. They're ready to go.
Motzinger and McKinley up at the top, short side.
Cloninger in motion. Dane's going to roll out. He's got Stewart, but throws just a little bit outside.
Stuart Schwaniger, there's another sophomore that's starting varsity action at H-back. He's talented.
He is. He's got good hands.
Multi-sport athletes. I go back. I think multi-sport athletes, everybody I talk to, they've got to play everything they can as long as they can.
Yeah. Nope. Play's blown dead.
What we got here, fellas?
I'm not sure what happened on this one.
In a neutral zone.
Okay.
All right, Francisco
He's coming back
on.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
a good sign.
Man, that was scary. That would have been a big old collision there, Dennis.
David Plumley, number 72, comes off the field. Hey, it's going to be 3rd and about 3, long 3.
It's a lot more manageable.
Fakes a
Dane's right.
handoff.
He's going deep to Mikey. He's got Mikey deep. And
Oh.
Mikey, did he haul it in?
He dropped it.
He dropped it.
Goodness.
Oh. That's a tough one. Great throw by Dane right there.
Yep.
Mikey, good job getting behind the defense. I mean, the safety bit up on that, and he got behind everybody. And, I mean, if you're a Heritage coach, you're saying nobody gets deeper than us, and sure enough, Mikey did it. Looks like we're moving backwards here.
Yeah, there's a 15-yard penalty. Mikey was frustrated with himself. His helmet popped off, and he slammed it on the turf.
Again,
Just a
that's-
frustration penalty. You know, I mean, that's a guy that's worked his butt off all summer. Not making excuses for it. He just lost his cool there and cost us 15. It goes from 4th and 3, which could have been, you know, play you go ahead and go for there. Now it's going to be
Is this in the
Offside, yeah.
offsides in the neutral zone
Yeah,
again?
they're having a hard time lining up on the ball.
Yeah, it looked like maybe the cornerback over here may have been off the ball, which is, it's a cardinal sin. He has a good view, All right, so we got
4th and 13.
4th and 13. All right, what's your best 4th and 13 play here?
Oh man.
Think you throw it up and try to get a flag?
Well, I think you got a couple plays. A little bubble here to Stafford. That's not going to get it. He's giving his best effort. They want you to throw it underneath there so they can come up and gang tackle you.
Looks like Stafford's slow getting up too.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
You worry about their conditioning right now. Lots of sweat lost out there. Lost a lot of hydration tonight. He's cramping.
Yeah. So the ball's going to go back to Heritage. Looks like they're going to have it close to midfield on the Panthers side of midfield, right around the 47-yard line is what it looks like. 5:28 to go. Heritage has the lead 31-13. Doesn't look like the outcome's going to be in doubt, but it's going to be what can Siloam take out of this last 5.5 minutes.
Yep.
How hard do you play? Who makes a play here and there? I'm sure this is the time that the coaches are really going to be looking at film of,
Who's competing?
Who's competing whenever the outcome has already kind of been set.
That was one thing he talked about. He really preached competing every play, and he's I guarantee you they're going to look at this film and they're going to look at guys to see if they're still competing, and even though the score is 31-13. There's a lot to play for in the last 5:28, fellas.
I'm going to flip the play to the other side. Now Dingle's going to go in motion. He dropped that. It was a low throw, and he had his eyes downfield, but
Yep.
That's a break for Siloam. That's an incomplete pass. Stops the clock.
Yep, that's one of those that make me, scratch my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's great if it works, but you stop the clock there, up 18.
Yeah,
they're
give
gonna
the
give it
Dingle
back
on
to
this
him,
side. Host of Panthers there. He's going to get about 3. We'll call it 3.
George Leroy with a nice tackle there. I bet he's got a ton of tackles tonight. He's done a heck of a job. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but he's done a good job tonight. Third and about 8.
Get a stop here. Siloam's crowding the line of scrimmage. I don't know if they're going to bring a blitz or not. Thompson looks like he's going to come, but he sits back. They're just waiting for that run. Oh, man.
He's got some quicks. He broke that outside. We didn't get the edge set.
Nope, sure didn't. And it was almost a little delayed run, too.
Yeah.
We attacked that. And
he started up the middle, and
Yep.
then he broke out, and there was really the wide receiver got turned inside, the D-back got turned inside, and
there was.
Dingle had it to the house.
I think they just lost sight of him for a second. I mean, you can see it from up here where we're at, but those guys on the ground have no idea where he's at, and then all of a sudden he pops out, and it's too late.
Yep. Hey, the Panthers played really well for about 2 quarters, about a half. They've taken it on the chin here in the second half, but
And really just the fourth quarter even has been pretty brutal, but I think what was the score going into the fourth quarter? I think it was still it was 13-10 or
I think it was 17 to
17 to 13.
maybe.
Yeah, 17-13. So just
Yeah, it's 21-0 here in the fourth quarter, and we've got to show something here. Listen, I keep harping on it. Getting better is a process, and it's not easy to dig yourself out of a hole, but you just gotta pick yourself up and be right mentally and focus on what you can control, and that's getting better every play. So there's some good things that happened tonight. and I think there's some things that we can work on and that we've got on film, and
Right.
so. With the late start here, it is it is getting close to my bedtime.
Right, and we've had several flags and play stoppages and different things going on tonight. So this game's been a little bit long. Ball's taken by Motsinger, tries to reverse field, can't get there. He's going to go down right at the 25-yard line. Looks like.
Yep.
I like try to make a play, try to make something happen.
Can't fault that for sure. I believe Mason Short.
Yep, Mason Short back in.
Hyde's back in.
Motsinger's going to go in motion. They're going to wave him back. And Motsinger goes back in motion again. They're going to give to Mason Short. He's got a little bit of a run. He's going to get about 3, it looks like.
Got to keep fighting. These guys have got to keep fighting. We got another cramp.
Well, I went out of the booth at halftime, and it is still really, really humid out there. I mean, it's not so terrible here in the booth, but let's see where. Four minutes and 10 seconds left in a game that the outcome has been decided, but still want to see some more plays be made here. All right, we're back in the action now. South Springs going to have the ball, second and 8. Second and 8. Motsinger comes in motion again, snaps, fumbled again, and Heritage has recovered it again. That is the 5th turnover for Siloam Springs tonight, and that's not going to win you any games.
Nope.
Especially if you're losing at 5-0, and Heritage has not turned the ball over tonight.
Had several high snaps. Not something that's an anomaly. You got a 3-year starter at center.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
2 new quarterbacks this year.
Yep. It's just the exchange needs a little work. They'll get there.
All right, Panthers. Heritage, 1st and 10 at about the 22-yard line. The give is going to be to tailback. I think that's number 25. Yeah, and he gets about 2 on that.
25 for Heritage is Landon Harper.
He's been in the game quite a bit. He's got a couple of carries, but he's obviously not gotten as many carries as number 5 or number 1, Dingle or Hester. Looks like they're going to get the ball to 25 again, and he is helicoptered. Man,
you would have hoped that was our shot for a ball right spitting out right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Just not our night.
Looks like Brock Knoll got in there, and yeah, that was a great job getting to the edge again and closing that off, and no gain on the play for Heritage, maybe a slight gain.
3rd and 10.
Yeah.
They're going to bleed that clock down. Hey, listen, they've showed a little grit in the second half. You know, got to give Heritage a little credit in the second half.
Sure. Yeah,
They were down at half, and we had marched up and down the field a couple of times on them. They came out in the second half and got a play right after half that got them going, and they have turned that into some confidence here. 4th and about 9. 2.5 minutes to play.
Siloam Springs' next game is going to be September 1st against Alma at Alma. It's a non-conference game. But that's always a tough place to play, and they've always got a good football team. So Siloam Springs is going to have to work on some things here and get better. Try to get down to Alma and get a win there. There's some things to build on here, for sure, with the way the defense played in the first half and even a good part of the third quarter. But snap, we're going fourth
Take a
down.
shot. We're gonna pass it on 4th down.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
up 38 to 13 with under 2 minutes to go.
I don't understand the thought process there. I just don't.
I mean, they've probably got young kids out there trying to get them better too.
Yeah.
But they're gonna keep playing, and we got to make plays. I mean, that was a similar play they threw earlier to Dingle, who took it to the house. But anyway,
yeah.
Hey, our young kids got to make plays too. So step up, fellas.
Okay, Heritage is going to get in the victory formation.
There you go.
I can understand that one a little bit better.
Yeah,
if
they
that's
got
the
the first down, and now I understand. I get it. They wanted to go victory formation, so they get the first down, and then they go victory formation. So
it's Congratulations to Heritage. They earned a win tonight on the road. It's hard to do, any level. Siloam Springs definitely got some things to take away in positive, but also plenty of things that they need to get better at as well. And I'm sure this coaching staff's going to coach them up. And next week at Alma, they're going to go down in Alma and give them all they want.
Yep. Toughest part will be mentally coming back. I think everybody on the sideline and all the coaches believed that they had a really good shot, and they did. They led the whole first half and made a mistake to start the second half that really hurt them, and so they'll bounce back. It'll be tough, but they'll do it. And next week we'll gather up and go to Alma.
Yep, and that will be the last knee of the game. Thanks for joining us for the first game here of the 2023 Panther football season. We'll be with you next week at Alma. Dennis, final thoughts?
Hey, man, I think that we saw some good things tonight. I spoke in the opening about taking care of the football. That was a key, and we just turned it over too many times tonight. Gave them some confidence, and they're going to walk out of here with a win. But, hey, listen, I want to give our coaches show a plug.
Yeah.
Tonight, if you tuned in early, you got to see Inside the Den, hosted by myself, and it always featuring Coach Brandon Craig. And so we'll have the coaches show on next week prior to the game at Alma. And if you guys can join us for that, that'll be something that we've started that we'll have each week. So anyway, it was fun. This is my first game calling high school football, and I appreciate the opportunity. Coach Jeff Williams, our athletic director, I won't say he talked me into this. He didn't have to talk very long,
Right.
But, man, I enjoyed it. And, Jason, I've enjoyed the experience, and thanks for leading me in this process.
Absolutely, likewise. This is my first high school football game, but, for what they're paying me, they can't afford to get rid of me. So look forward to doing this next week with you, Dennis. And,
all right.
Hey, we'll talk to you all soon.